What will you experience at a Knock 'em Dead comedy murder mystery show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knock 'em Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
You have a great night or what? Good.
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knock 'em Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. She had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties, corporate events, restaurants, and more. Contact Knock 'em Dead Comedy for your event today.
The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
Hi, I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Gov's Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes, this is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sally on the Knock 'em Dead radio show. They're going to keep knocking 'em dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus, and...
Little roller up along first, behind the bag, it gets through Buckner, here comes Knight, and the Mets win it!
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man. That Malcolm Day comedy radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year. All right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
Hi, everybody. It is Monday. Spring is here, and what better way to kick off the spring holiday fun sunny season? See, it's a Monday. I screwed it all up already. But Laura's here. There she is.
Here I am.
Here she is.
Where's my camera?
It's this one right here.
That
right
one?
there.
But my face isn't over there.
I got you. Don't worry.
Oh,
I got you.
Okay, just fix it. Tell me.
We're waiting for this chair right here. Marla will be arriving here shortly. Come a little closer now.
I'm a little closer.
Yeah. Marla will be here shortly. She had, there you go, perfect. Had some traffic issues, but she'll be here. Jeff Boatsy's watching. Good morning, Jeff. And we have mystery guests here in the studio. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've been so excited because I love when you guys are in here.
Oh my God!
I love when you're here.
Do it. Oh, thank you, Tony.
You've been doing comedy how long?
I took my first class February 2020, but I've been funny my whole life.
Well, right.
Yeah.
But all right, but long enough that you know that you should bring a mic closer to your face when you speak.
Yes, I should.
Okay, good.
I've been getting in trouble for that.
What?
I don't bring the mic close enough. I know. That's what what do you need to hear, Tony?
Actually, what's? Oh, you know what?
My mic's not on.
No, it's on. It's on.
Andy would know that. Is this Marla? Oh, Marla can't get in the door. Can you go let Marla in?
Wait, we came in?
Yes, our assistant. Our assistant today.
Who is that?
Just my friend Angela.
Oh, she's hot.
Yeah. All my friends are hot.
Well, Marla's hot. You're hot. Wow. Is that how it works? All you hotties?
We try and run with it, but we're hot. We're not slutty. So I don't know if.
Oh, that's too bad then. I got no use for it then.
No, we don't use our sluttiness.
Well, we should.
I know. Oh, speaking of hot and slutty, here
nice.
she comes.
Oh, she brought. Look at that. Wow.
Oh, Tony, do I get a? Let me. This is Teddy.
Hi, Teddy. Look at Teddy. Hi, puppy.
I'll sit up. Where do you want me to sit?
Well, we were saving this chair for you, but is that all right?
Okay.
Hi, puppy.
This is Teddy.
I've heard so much about Teddy.
Thank you.
Hi, puppy.
Thank you.
Teddy's here. Hi, puppy.
And Angie's here to watch.
It's okay.
She loves listening to us chat.
It's okay, Teddy.
we're on.
It's okay, puppy.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I sit down? Can I sit down? Here, do you want it? This is. She loves Laura.
Love me and Teddy.
Yes. How are you?
Oh,
Is
hello,
Teddy named after Teddy Smith?
Yes. Yes, before I started hanging out with him. How do you like that?
Look at
It's amazing.
that.
So, you
And
wanna-
she's a baklava?
no, that's a dessert. What she is.
Yeah, what is that?
What is she?
It's a balanka.
Baklava.
Baklava.
I thought it was close.
Do you want to say hi to Ange?
Here,
You like-
here, go in hands. Here, Teddy.
Do you want some water? I didn't think you would.
I think.
Love these little puppies. You got a big dog like that. Yeah, Tony, I have mic issues. I never know where to. And when I talk with my hands, it shows.
Well, that's all right.
I know. I don't know where
There
to
you
put
go,
it.
so we can see your face.
Yes.
I think I should
Perfect.
wear a cord one, like I'm a TED Talk. I think that's gonna be mine.
Oh,
Then
one
you
of
gotta
those.
Go here.
The ear one?
Yeah.
What would your TED Talk be about?
I don't know.
Oh, you just want to do one?
Penises.
What?
Penises.
What's a
It's
panis?
an apron belly.
What's an apron belly? What in the world is
I
going
know
on
how
here?
when ladies get older or anyone chunky, your flap a belly, your fupa, your
Oh,
fat upper
okay.
pussy
Fupa.
area.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Good morning. Good morning.
But I just learned there's surgery to have them removed. It's called a panisectomy, not to be confused with a tummy tuck.
Or a penisectomy.
No, you can't get a penis. You can't get your penis fixed.
Don't they? Can't they do Don't they do pumps? Can't they?
No, I don't think there's cosmetic dick surgery.
There's that thing where they insert that thing in your ball sack and you
Yeah.
can pump and you
But
press
no,
the
but that's
button
not
and it.
surgery.
Pump up the jam.
It's almost that time where I just get
Does
to
it
sit
go
back
in
and
your
let them
dick?
go. What?
It goes in the dick or the balls?
It goes in the
Who wants
balls
big
and then you
balls,
press
though?
it. No, you press the balls like a button and the dick it hardens.
You know, like one of those beaner cars, and I mean no disrespect.
You
where it's
can't
like,
say beaner. You cannot say beaner. Beaner's
sorry.
bad. You're canceled.
I've been
don't-
canceled several times.
Tony has a big Mexican audience.
Yes, yes.
Baklava.
You know, Angie's Mexican, and she's offended.
Ange, I'm
She looks it.
sorry.
Yeah.
Angie looks Mexican? That's racist, Tony.
No, I meant she looks offended. I meant.
Offended.
Mexican, same thing.
I get mistaken for Spanish a lot.
You do?
Offended,
Yeah.
not to be confused with the offeranda, which is what you put on the altar on the Day of the Dead, like in Coco.
And Coco?
Remember me. You know Coco?
Coco? No, I don't.
You don't know the Disney movie Coco?
Coco? No, it reminds me of the governor, Governor Coco.
Like Coco?
Coco.
That's what they said at Coco. So the day after not Thanksgiving, Halloween, the Day of the Dead, they put not a omerta, ofrenda, whatever. There's a altar,
Okay.
and you put pictures of people, and you remember them, and it helps their souls cross over. You never see-
solo me.
No, that's Italian.
Oh, okay.
Forget it. Okay, Tony, start your dumb show.
Well, the dumb part already started. That's for sure.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
He's supposed to have a thing there. He
The
doesn't do
thing,
it.
the thing that what I do is I turn that on and then I screen mirror from my phone to the screen.
And
My phone, it's my phone. It's not this TV or anything
Yeah,
in here.
yeah.
My phone won't let me do it.
did you
You know
reboot
he's
it?
Yes.
he's a tech guy, by the way.
Oh, and I just offered unsolicited advice. Hey, did you reboot it? You know, because when you reboot it, it fixes everything.
It's true,
Thanks,
though.
Captain Obvious. What else do you have to offer?
Wait.
All right, there's my first question.
There you go. What?
What in the world was going on with you two in this video where you're like fighting over an umbrella or some shit?
Because I will tell you, she can't get wet in the hair because she's got the dusting to cover the grays and the blowouts and the special stuff. So her hair is this certain. Oh, was I not supposed to say she has dusting to cover the grays? Okay,
Hello,
whatever.
Coley Walnuts.
I only get it right sometimes. That's where I get right. So she has to make sure she doesn't get wet, which I don't know why she doesn't wear that plastic thing like my grandmother used to wear, a cap. Remember those that came in the little thing? So she's walking with an umbrella. How tall are you?
5'2".
I'm 5. I thought I was 5'10". I think I'm sure. Her fucking umbrella. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Her umbrella's like hitting me in the eye while we're walking.
Well, where's your umbrella?
I didn't need it. Umbrella. It was misting.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you were just mad that it was hitting you. You didn't want
She was
to protect yourself from
exceptionally-
wetness.
She was way preemptive. It was not umbrella weather. It was It was a mist. There's a word for it. It wasn't a deluge.
Spritz.
No, there's another word for it when it's like a light
Dusting.
rain.
It was
snow.
it was going on and off, and then if we walked under something, and then the wind would blow, and then I like.
All I know is I went
I'm
blind.
and I'm part black, so I can't get my
Now
hair
you're
wet.
part black now.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of black.
Up the jam.
Speaking of black, I saw a black comedian, and she said her mom said that when white people get wet, they smell like wet dog. Did you ever hear that?
Yes.
You've heard that? Really?
I never heard it.
Where did we hear that?
Oh, we were at the same show. That's what we
The
heard it with
Stand.
Bonnie. Yes.
Yes.
So I was shocked. I never heard that. So I went and told Teddy. He goes, "Who's telling our secrets?" He goes, "My mother used to say that. Don't sit with them on the bus, at the school bus, because when they get wet, they smell like wet dog."
Why?
I don't know. Listen, black people are allowed to have their own thing, too.
Oh, that's
Teddy
true.
was mad. He's like, she told that out loud.
It's
She
like
revealed.
revealing your hand.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
So if you were really black, you would have known you smell like wet dog when you get wet.
Do you know somebody once said, I said I could close my eyes and I could smell the different ethnicities. And people were like, that's so racist. But you can tell kimchi from barbecue.
Well, if I want to continue on that thing, because I had this wet dog conversation with a gay man who told me that, yes, they smell and taste differently, ethnicities.
I'm not surprised.
Yes.
I knew a girl that could tell you what you had for what you last ate based on.
Really?
Yeah.
Not flossing.
Right. Yes.
That's how I met my husband. I met him online, and I said, must floss.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thought you said your
Absolutely.
semen needs to taste delicious. That's what I thought you were going with.
That was the
wasn't
next
sure which
one.
one even-
Please don't eat asparagus.
Must love dogs.
Speaking of dogs, is she doing all right over there?
Oh yeah, she looks very comfortable.
She's a good
Yeah.
dog, right? She's a sweet dog.
Nice massage here.
Oh.
Angela likes
yeah?
a dog. Angela's a big dog.
What kind?
A golden doodle.
Oh, those are great dogs.
It was mini poodle standard retriever.
And how big is it?
Big. It looks like a llama. It's
Yeah, but they're the
ridiculous.
best.
Llama.
They're fun dogs. They're fun dogs.
He's a lot of dog.
Is there like, are we getting turns like on the massage?
Do you want a pet Teddy?
No, I want a massage.
Oh,
Angel
okay.
rub his lap. He wants to sit in Angel's lap and get rubbed. Is what he wants. If you're picking up what he's putting down, Marla.
You know what? It was early. I took the wrong thing last night, and I was up because I thought I had to get up early. And by the way,
cocaine?
no, it was supposed. I thought it was a muscle relaxer because I'm
Those are
having
good,
like.
too.
It wasn't. I don't know what
You
it
could lick off
was.
the time release. They get there quicker.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
What? Revealing tips from rehab. Maybe that's my podcast.
Right. Portion control.
What I learned.
It's all about portion control.
Play cards with prison rules. It's a whole thing. But go ahead.
Oh, that
Keep
sounds like
going.
fun.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, what? Don't apologize. Don't
What'd you
apologize.
take? A muscle relaxer?
Yeah, I thought it was, but I don't know what it was because it kept me up. It was like, doot, 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 doot. And then the thought that I had to get up at 8 to get here on time. It took me like 43 minutes from New York City.
That's good.
Yeah, that's actually
No
pretty
traffic.
good.
It was
Yeah.
like, is it a holiday? Is it Purim? I thought Purim.
It's the
was
first day of spring.
Ramadan.
Ramadan. Oh, so
No,
that's
it's
why
not.
there was
See,
no
that's how racist
taxis
you are.
on the
You don't
road.
even know.
Goodness.
That's racist. You said there's no taxis on the road.
Well, you said Ramadan. They're all lined up on West
You
72nd
were
Street.
implying that all people that drive taxis celebrate Ramadan. That's what you implied.
Let's just say the majority. I don't, you know what? Because when you
Whatever.
walk down 70 or you drive in front of a mosque on Ramadan, you're like, oh, there's all the cabs.
Yeah.
It's true. That's not being racist.
Fine. Facts.
Andy Plajanos is watching. He says, diet goes a long way to how people smell. My ex-wife taught English in Korea when I was stationed there. She lived in real Korea while I was on base. She ended up smelling and tasting like a Korean. It was pretty awesome.
Too much information about Andy.
I didn't read that in advance, and that's what I get.
Thanks, Andy. I didn't know you were a special guest. What else? You got some more on your... Keep reading off your script, Andy.
Well, listen.
Cut and paste.
You could
What is
smell
that,
in a town.
Andy?
Oh, I'm talking over you. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. Okay. So, I could smell an Italian garlic.
I guess the garlic will come out.
Oh yeah, sometimes it comes out through your pores. You ever smell one of those
Yes, it's
people?
true.
We're making like it came out through your tits. You see what you do with your hand? Sometimes it comes out through your, I thought you were going to
What, do
say
you-
from the nipple.
Do you massage it like mozzarella? Do
You
they-
should.
Yeah.
The tits or the garlic?
Yeah, that
Both.
I thought she's talking about the tits.
Oh,
Speaking
and I'm
of
talking
tits,
about the garlic.
I just came from a
Mammography.
Yes.
Manamana.
Be-doo-doo-doo. The lady's like, do you have your last one?
You had
was
to
like-
bring it with you?
I go, that's your job. It's not my job. I'm not a radiologist.
Isn't
That's
it
it,
in your
yeah.
file?
Right.
Well,
yeah.
whatever. I guess I changed radiology. She's like, well, I'm going to tell the guy not to read it. I go, oh, no, he's going to read it because you're not swishing my titty like a pizza and then you're not going to read it. Read
Yeah.
it.
That's
It's
That's-
fucking awful.
It's weird that they ask for it, and then it's weird they make a weird threat like that. Well, they're
well,
not
because
going to
they're
read
like,
it.
because they need to be compared. I go, I'll get
Well, then
it.
you're not getting paid, fucker.
I go, I'll get it eventually. I'm a busy girl.
They don't have in Long Island, like, because all my hospitals, they're all linked up.
In New York City, my top doctors.
Hey, listen, yeah, I do have
true.
top
Yes,
doctors.
It's very true. New
Listen,
York
I would
City has
expect
the best
nothing less
doctors.
of a New York City Jew to have the
Hey,
top
hey,
doctors.
hey. I always say, you need a doctor. I vet doctors all the time.
You vet doctors more than boyfriends. You're a better doctor vetter, I think.
You know what? You're right. And I've never dated a doctor.
Really?
No, I once went out with a gynecologist, and it was a dude, and I just was really skeeved.
Why? Now, what did his hand smell like?
Well, there you go. Famunda cheese. Do you know my husband didn't know what Famunda cheese was? I
up.
swear to God. I go, you don't know what Famunda? You're from Brooklyn, for F's
How do you
sakes.
not know Famunda?
So now he says it all the time. He goes, hey, you want a little Famunda cheese on that? You want a smear of Famunda cheese on your bagel?
That's romantic.
How does he not know Famunda?
He's just, you know,
Simple folk.
he's simple. He's a one of those like really nice guys.
I know. Nice guys don't know about Famunda cheese. I mean, they have it. They just don't know what it's called.
Correct.
Ah,
Not saying he doesn't have it.
You know, it's like he comes back from the gym. He's like, hey, and I'm like,
Wait, speaking of, I think Andy needs to write in another chapter for Andy.
well, Andrew Fremder wrote, I was going to be a gynecologist, but I couldn't find an opening.
ah, bring ding.
He's
Brought
full
to
of
you by our
those, yeah.
8 listeners. That's all we have, Ange, by the way.
And-
So you're on night today.
And the American Gynecological Society.
My friend's father had a boat. It was called Open Wide, and they thought he was a gynecologist.
That's very funny.
But he was a dentist.
Oh, okay.
That's smart. That's smart. I also have really good dentists, too.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, both coasts.
So what are we talking
Both
about
coasts.
today?
Wow.
I know.
I was going to ask you about
you.
your recent trip.
Oh, settle in. Settle in.
Oh, yeah.
Settle in.
Oh my God,
It
she's
looked
so
amazing.
funny. Why, thank you. It was a trip of a lifetime.
Why don't you tell the listeners where you went?
Oh, I went to Alaska to go see the Aurora Borealis, a.k.a. the Northern Lights. Laura writes to me, she goes, I had to look it up. Aurora, whatever.
That's a good impression
Aurora
of you.
Borealis
Yeah.
was a slut in
Yes.
high school. So
Right.
that's the only Aurora I knew.
Written on the desk. Anyway.
on my punch
Oh, God. Okay.
That's the Angela. There she is.
That's you?
What?
Ange gives bad head.
I
She was too young. She came after me, so it could not have been her.
Got it. Got it.
But in case anyone wants to know, no, she's fine.
But I heard.
She didn't tell my kids she wasn't talking about their mother.
Yeah. Her kids were at the show. I go, it's not your mother.
That's really funny.
That
It
is
was
funny.
mine.
Who's my mother?
But bump, not Lena.
No.
Not Lena
I don't
and
think
the
Lena ever caught a dick like that.
no, she's too.
No, I don't think they caught dicks in the 50s.
You know what? I think very surreptitiously, very.
And
on
I
the
think
low.
if you
words.
didn't catch a dick in the
Thank you.
50s, you didn't be like 20 years into your marriage, like, you know what I'm going to start doing?
Right,
Taking a dick.
right.
No way. If
Taking
you
a
avoided catching a dick early, why be like, I got this great idea my friends were talking about.
Right.
But
Put
isn't
that
it?
thing you pee with in my mouth. Yay.
But it's,
Yay.
isn't it something that they should all experience in their lifetime?
I don't know. Really, what would happen if I missed out on taking a dick? I think I'd be okay, Tony.
Not really. You wouldn't be
I'd
like,
say I
"Ah."
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd manage. If I didn't have to put it in my mouth, yeah, I think I'd be okay with that.
All right, not necessarily your mouth, but just experience
listen,
one.
Everyone. I think every
Yeah.
nun should get a poke in the whiskers. I think everyone.
Oh my God, that's
Never
so
heard that one,
fun.
poke in the
No,
whiskers?
Me neither.
that's awesome.
I love that one. I forgot where I got that from.
You have the best sayings, doesn't she, Ann? She's got the best
we
sayings.
grew up with people that have good sayings. Yeah, we grew up
I
in
do
a town
too.
of good sayings.
But I'm on that stupid diet, Optavia, and she calls me up, and I'm like, I
You
have
got brain
gas,
fog?
brain fog. I got gas and joint pain.
Can you fart in
we're gonna
here?
talk
Will
about
you do
kids.
that? That would be
No,
hilarious.
You don't. No,
You don't want that.
No.
I do.
No, well, what
I'm
if she
12 years old.
what if
Farts
she
are still funny.
misses?
What?
What if she misses
Yeah.
and it's more than a fart? That could happen.
Like a Hershey
Well, then she
squirt.
can blame it on the dog.
Can I tell you?
I
I got
don't
out of
not fart like a 12-year-old.
not that one. She's on hydrolyzed protein. Her shit and her nothing.
Hydrolyzed protein brought
Oh,
to you
my
by
goodness.
First World Problems.
Exactly. Hardly. She listen. She had pancreatitis. My mother died of pancreatic cancer. Come on. So I freaked. Anyway, now she doesn't. Her poop
Let's just
doesn't
bring it
smell.
all.
No, but I'm going to
Thanks,
bring it back
Marla.
up. I'm going to bring it
Or
back
you-
up about
How do you
farting.
bring back from cancer?
You know what? I'll tell you. You mentioned farting.
I did.
I love farting.
Me too.
I had in high school and college. I had an unbelievable knack of farting on cue. And one time I got pulled. Two times I got pulled over. And all of a sudden, I just let one out, and it was big and juicy, and you could even see the outline of the cloud, right? So the cop comes over, taps on the window. I roll down the window. He's like this, and I go, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to speed. I got colitis, and I'm gonna shit in my pants." He goes, "Okay, keep it going."
Really?
Yep, got out of 2 tickets that way.
Fucking gift.
That's
Yeah, isn't it?
fantastic.
Yeah. Cheers to gastrointestinal eruptions.
This section brought to you by Marla's asshole.
Yes. And depends. Poopy depends.
All right. Well, before we will talk about your trip and then put on the agenda, Tony.
Yeah.
I had a 10-year-old on my show this weekend. He was a comic.
Ay,
A 10-year-old
ay.
comic? All right, yeah, we'll definitely get to that.
Yeah. 'Cause
But yes,
I made him
let's talk
cry.
about
So let's
the
make
Northern
sure we
Lights.
bring up. I made him cry.
10-year-old. What? You made him cry?
A little bit.
Oh yeah, we're definitely getting to that after.
I once had when you do the cruises and you do these family shows, the parents are like, "All right, kids, go see the stand-up show," and they all sit in the front row, and you have to be clean. And one time I had this Indian kid. He said he was 13. I go, "Oh, so you're having a bar mitzvah?" What up, bump? Okay, that's right. I'm the only Jew here.
We know what it is, but did the Indian kid get it?
The whole audience did. The kid
about the
didn't.
Indian?
The Indian didn't. And he wasn't a Native American. He was actually from India. Is that
Clearly.
Are you?
Listen, Native Americans don't take cruises. They don't need to go on boats. They got here already.
They got their own canoes. Hello.
Raises.
But they do.
And you're from there. If you're married to God, the amount of dick you get is none. Get
Oh,
it?
that is
None.
Oh my God,
Good,
this
wow.
guy is good.
Who's that,
Son.
Mr. Punny?
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Punny, absolutely. Jeff Posey. And then 9 months later, a crotch goblin pops out after you poke the nun between the whiskers.
See, crotch goblin, that's a good word.
Crotch goblin.
I thought it was the Virgin Mary with the tear. Where's that place where they go see the statue?
Oh, with the
Belarusia,
the one with the stigmata with the
Stigmata.
with the bloody.
Yeah. It's like in Eastern Europe, like Romania somewhere.
You know more shit about that stuff. You're like, oh, like is that on your bucket list to go see that?
No. I read the Encyclopedia Britannicas when I was a kid. I was really into,
You had a full set in your house?
No. Borrowed.
Oh.
Borrowed.
So that's a big discussion too. So my mom got our encyclopedias from the supermarket.
Okay.
So based on, we had Funkin' Wagnalls. Encyclopedia Britannica were fancy. Funkin' Wagnalls.
I think we had the Funkin' Wagnalls too.
Wait, I had a couple too. I have no memory, but
So
go ahead.
you would get them. So each week when your mom, when the supermarket would be like, this week is volume, and you'd be like reading about George Washington Carver. You're like, oh, I need the next, get the D's, Mom. But not that D. But anyway, that's a different
That's
story.
funny.
Back to
Why'd you point at me? I wasn't. I'm
just saying the D's. So my friend Amanda was like, wow, you must have been rich. She said, I had a bike to the library.
I bike to the library.
To read an encyclopedia.
Yep. That's where I would read
And then
them
you
as
would
well.
get the World Book, because it would
Yes.
end with every year, what happened.
This section brought to you by Nerds.
Total nerd.
You didn't have encyclopedias in your house.
Yes, but I didn't ride to the supermarket to go get one.
I didn't know you.
I wasn't reading about George Washington Carver saying, "Oh, I can't wait to read the
You're
rest."
conflating the stories.
Conflating. Well, that's the
That's for
second word
Andy.
of the
You
day.
guys definitely read the encyclopedia.
Conflating.
I said
Conflating.
my friend Amanda rode and my mother bought.
Yeah, but then you said you read the George Washington Carver and couldn't wait for
You
the.
didn't read about George Washington Carver?
It didn't matter what I was reading. I couldn't wait to
1609.
get to the next one.
See Marla's smart. That's why I like her. So you'd always read about George Washington. The next page, you're like, whoa, why is George Washington black? And then you saw he had a hyphenated name, and I was like, who'd he marry, Mrs. Carter? Like, why was he hyphenating?
Jay-Z's great grandfather.
Really?
No.
Yeah, why do you have to play up the Washington? He didn't have to, like Boom Boom Washington. He didn't have to.
Hi
maybe
there.
he was. Hi there. He didn't have to be. Imagine if it was George Boom Boom Washington Carver.
Maybe it was. We
Could've
don't
been.
know. Yeah.
I don't
Ask
know if
Teddy.
we ever heard. It's like Kramer. You only heard his
Kenny
first
the
name once.
dog?
No.
Oh, Kenny.
Teddy.
Was it Kenny Kramer?
Cosmo.
Oh, that's
Cosmo.
right. That's right. Because the real Kenny Kramer is Kenny Kramer. All right, go ahead. Let's hear about
The North. All right.
I gotta
Okay.
settle in.
I've always wanted to go
Work
see
on
the
my
Northern
bursitis.
Lights. You have to go as far north, like towards the Arctic Circle, to
Right.
see the Aurora Borealis. It's like this natural wonder, and we got so lucky because we saw 2 full nights of this dazzling. They called it the light show.
Right.
And Alaskans were like, wow, I've been, living here for 20 years, and that was the best show. And it was in the news because there was like solar explosions, and it was dark sky. There's this whole group of people that are into dark skies.
Right.
Have you heard of it?
I don't know anything about it, but I have heard of it.
So you
I
go
saw a
to-
light show at Fremont Street in Vegas. Just saying.
Yeah, right. Okay. It was like
Same thing.
Twizzlers, people selling balloons, and here's a
Were
free
they?
ticket. Yeah.
They were. It was like woo.
They were selling all this shit, right?
I love swag. Go ahead,
You
keep
do?
going. I love that.
But it
stuff.
wasn't for free. Anyway, it was really, really, really cool. And we stayed in these like igloos. They weren't made out of ice, and they had glass ceilings. So
Are they an igloo?
Yeah, they were an igloo.
But it wasn't made of ice.
No, it wasn't. It was shaped. People. It was like.
Was it an yurt?
Yurt.
Thank you. See, that she's so smart. She knew what I meant. She
Yurt.
corrected me.
Was it an yurt? No, that was gas. That
yurt
was
in
somebody
my
having
Panis.
Yeah, panis. That sounds like Greek dessert. Panis.
It's called a panisectomy. Go ahead. Keep going.
We called it front bum because when people have that
Front bum.
because it always has like that. It kind of
fold. It looks a little like an ass.
no
yeah.
exactly.
It does.
Or it could be a wax vagina.
Or
so
we
call
called it
a
a
front
gunt.
bum.
Have you ever heard of gunt?
Gunt?
It's a gut cunt. It's like a compound word.
I've heard
Remember
that.
in Electric
I love
Company
that.
when you would be like,
Then,
cunt.
yes.
I remember that episode with Morgan Freeman when he actually said that.
Yes, when he said gunt.
Yeah.
Did he really?
He was on the Electric Company.
But he said cunt.
No. Come on. What did you just fall off a turnip truck? Come on. You're not that naive.
Hello, 1950s. That was rich. That was really rich.
We're going for submarine races after this.
Now, what is that a euphemism for?
I don't know. What was that?
Submarine
Maybe they weren't
races?
taking dick in the 50s. Maybe I was wrong.
Somebody
was.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna die thinking that my mother never did. Like that.
I don't think so. I
I mean, I know
remember.
she has kids and stuff, but I don't think they were putting it in their mouth.
Nah.
Do you think your mother put it in her mouth?
No.
Do you think your dad wanted?
Yes, of course. My dad too.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't know. I
Maybe.
didn't see my parents as sexual beings. In fact, one time my mother said, "Have you slept with many men?" And I said, "Have you?"
Why did she ask you that?
Because she thought I was never bringing anybody home, and I
She thought you were
was
fast and loose.
correct. Because I was sleeping with the anchor at News 12 Long Island when I just started. I started when it started.
Really?
Yeah, one of the reporters. Yeah.
You know, I know a guy who blew Sam Champion in the Hamptons. Is that the
Really?
same? Yeah.
It's once removed.
That's like rap lyrics. Sam Champion blew him in the Hampton
Yeah,
and
it could
Champion.
be a
Like
song
there's
about
something
Champion
there.
Hampton.
Isn't it not a panagram? What is it? It's what is that?
Ask Andy Plaganos.
Yeah, Andy. When 2 words sound together, sound similar, what is it?
Is that a hominin?
Homonym. Homonym.
Hana?
Men.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
We should do a bit.
A portmanteau?
Oh, Portmanteau. That's right.
Yeah, and he answered you.
So that's what
Portmanteau.
it's called?
And
I
it's,
guess.
and that's it's French. A portmanteau. Mantou.
That was the guy on that TV show Emergency, Randolph
Mantooth.
Tooth. I know.
Mantooth.
I was.
Mantooth.
This is my joke. See, this is why you guys do comedy, and I just sit here.
Speaking of Mantooth, speaking of tooth, we had a friend, whatever. The shortest version of the story is his cousin he was like from Penn, Kentucky or whatever, and he got in a fight, and he was arguing with the guy, and all of a sudden something happened in his mouth, and he goes, "Dang, that's my tooth." So we use that. Dang, that's my tooth.
That is so
a lot.
funny.
So then what we did, we thought it was so funny. We were flying to this wedding in Wheeling, West Virginia, and this is pre-internet. So I call ahead to some T-shirt shop in a Pittsburgh thing, because he had to fly into Pittsburgh, whatever, next to an Orange Julius. We order all "Dang, that's my tooth" shirts, because we're going to walk into the rehearsal dinner. So the groom comes over, and he sees it on like his, not Flower Boy, Ring Bearer. Because we got it from that to like a 5X. Like everyone had a "Dang, that's my tooth" shirt.
So funny.
All the friends from New York. And he goes, "You can't wear that. His mother."
His mother?
Like, we make fun of Cousin Bobby, but Cousin Bobby and the family's like, it's not a joke in Wheeling, West Virginia that Cousin Bobby talks that way, and that's Cousin Bobby. So our friend, I remember Whopper the Head. Whopper was wearing a shirt. He was wearing this big guy. He was wearing a linen shirt, and he had it on underneath. We're like, Whopper.
Oh, my
I could
God.
see. Dang. And we were like, calling the lady in the church, like, "What do you need to say?" And our friend Kevin is like, "No, the dang has to be on the diagonal." Next time I come here, I'm going to wear a "Dang, that's my tooth"
That
shirt.
is so funny.
So back to the lights.
The lights, no, it was just amazing. I used it, tough year, and I wanted to go see something beautiful. And the fact that we flew to, what do you call it? We flew to Anchorage. Fuck you guys. This
I'm
is
listening.
really special.
It is really special. No,
So
absolutely.
Are you, Marla?
Thank you. You too.
Opposite.
Yeah. Special. So anyway, it was awesome. It was beautiful. And we saw 2 nights. I was up for 2 nights straight. And
Cocaine?
it started really early. No, it was just I was high on life, on the natural wonders of the world.
That's some white lady shit right there.
Damn
I'm going to tell you
stuff.
that. Because 3 of my friends were there, and they were 3 of the whitest people I know that went to
And
this
did
thing.
they see the Northern Lights?
Loved it. My friend was at an Airbnb at the Fairbank. She wasn't in the. She couldn't make it to the
Wow.
igloo. Said it was great.
Does it actually go all night? Is that why you didn't sleep?
It was dazzling. It usually starts like around 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And the reason why you go to these kind of base camps is they'll wake you up.
Oh,
and
nice.
when it starts, and they call you and they bang on the door. So I felt like a fireman because I was in my long johns because it was 20 below.
Oh,
it was
my goodness.
freezing. So I had like all these layers, and I had them. Like firemen have the pants squished down on the boots,
Yeah.
so I would, I could jump up, put everything on, and run outside. Because if you were outside for like maybe 2 minutes, your fingers would freeze. It
Sure.
was so cold. But back to the thing, it started around 9:30, and it went on till midnight, and usually it's not that long.
Right. Oh, okay.
But I wish I was into mushrooms and tripping, because all of a sudden you just see this, it would just kind of move and explode. Remember like an Etch-a-Sketch? You could just turn and
Yeah.
the shapes. Anyway, it was probably one of the most amazing things, and it was just reinforcing. I mean, serious note that, don't F with Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Right.
And you look at something like that and you're like, there has to be a power greater than us.
Yep.
And I don't know, it was really one of the most amazing things.
With that kind of cold, I'm actually surprised they haven't, like a hotel chain hasn't built a hotel with windows so you can watch it with your
She
heat
had a
cramp.
glass
pumped up.
ceiling.
I know,
Her-
but she
her
said she came
igloo.
out though to see it. So I'm assuming.
Yeah,
She
because it
couldn't
was.
look up because she's Marla.
Oh, the igloo wasn't heated.
Right,
That's what I'm
she
saying.
could've
I
done it
figured a
at home.
hotel would.
No, there was heat, and they had a dry toilet. You know what these dry toilets
Yes.
Oh,
are?
what's that?
It is the weirdest thing. Remember Jiffy Pop popcorn?
Yeah.
This thing was like Jiffy Poop corn, because you crap on it looks like the top of a Jiffy Pop silver
Yes.
thing. So and it's like, and it goes up and it just swallows it and it disappears. And you only get 12 flushes.
That's it?
Well, and then they have to come change the bag. It was amazing. The thing is, if you go, I wanted to go to Norway,
many
and this
questions.
was a trip of a lifetime. But in Norway, they have all these yurts. But they build them facing north with big windows. And this is like the first one in Alaska. They're really not into, it's not really into bougie stuff. Like they're a whole different, breed of people. They live off the land, and they have dog sledding races.
Right.
And the women are really hardy, and so are the men, kind of thing. And they don't refer to us as the states. They're like, oh, you're from the lower 48, like we're pieces of shit.
Really?
Yeah.
They actually say that, the lower 48?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Fuck you.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
But we're from but it is so beautiful.
Well, I
They
felt
don't
that way about
recycle.
Hawaii. Like, I didn't feel like Hawaii was America. I was
isn't.
watching some Polynesian thing. It is America.
You know what? Aruba is more America.
It is. Aruba is more America than Hawaii.
Yeah.
But they're doing this like Polynesian dance and eating poi. I'm like, no offense, you're filing a 1040. I'm not buying it.
Poi.
Poi is the
With the hands?
Yeah.
poi is that.
I went to Honolulu, and Honolulu to me just felt like a clean Manhattan. I totally felt like I was
Honolulu,
in America.
I went off to like Kauai and Maui and Big Island.
Oh, sorry.
Very white woman.
You did the road to Hana?
Commenting.
Did you do the
I
road
did
to
the road to
Hana?
Hana.
Hated that.
I know,
Hated
it's
it.
so stupid.
I
went for
hated
my
it.
honeymoon because I thought it was supposed
So
to be. Hated it.
That's what I did.
And then I won like
first honeymoon.
Oh, so I only have one under my belt.
Yeah, I'm a professional
Yeah, it's
marrier.
not done.
Yeah.
Not done. Maybe I have another one. No, so I then I was worked for a sales organization. Then you'd win like a achievement club. So going to Hawaii on somebody else's dime was a much better trip.
Sure.
I got the flu while I was in Hawaii. I was laid up in bed
Really?
for almost 2 weeks. I was so mad.
What about all the roosters running around? Do you remember the roosters?
What?
There's like a big rooster infestation because when some bad storm, I always say Mount St. Helens, but I can't blame everything on Mount St. Helens. Some bad storm and animals know to go to high ground, and all these chickens and people started feeding them, and now there's like a huge rooster chicken thing. I think that was in the Big Island. I'll look it up. Andy probably knows.
Well,
Andy, what about the roosters in Hawaii? Andy, get back to me.
You know what's weird? In North Carolina, on the Barrier Islands, they have those wild horses.
Yes.
What
I
are they
have
called?
heard
They're
that,
little
yeah.
horses.
Mustangs.
That's the word?
Susie.
Sally.
Mustang Sally.
Mustang Susie. She went to my high school too. She get bedhead also.
It was a Captain and
Her and
Tennille
Aurora.
song. Do you remember that song?
Muskrat Love.
Muskrat Love.
You can't ride a muskrat.
No, you can't. I don't even know what they look like. Do you?
Muskrat is in the hamster gerbil otter family.
Otter. Okay.
Otter, remember Otter he was hot from Animal House.
Yes, he was hot.
He was hot. Otter was cute.
I thought John Belushi was too.
I know, me too. I like that.
You thought he was cute?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've
I'm
never
about
heard anybody say that.
That's a lie.
Oh, yeah.
He had that smile and he could do that thing with the eyebrow, like how Colbert can raise that. Oh, you could do it too. It's not hot though, Andy, when you do it. Tony, when you do it. You just
So I'm
creep me
not
out.
hot, and you forgot my name. That's like a double whammy right
Andy.
there.
Andy.
That's messed up.
Where are
No,
we?
raising that eyebrow.
Is
that
this
was
on? Is
I can do
this on?
both.
But that makes you look angry.
Yeah, I've had people. Sometimes if I'm really listening to somebody talking, I do it. I don't even know it, and they stop. They go, "What's the matter?"
Oh, they
What?
can give resting bitch
Like, it's
face.
just my face. What am I supposed to
Oh,
do?
I get told I got look because like my brows.
No, they
are dry.
No, you're hot,
just tell
Marla.
you you're a bitch. They don't say it's resting. Just I don't know if you're maybe you're missing the first word.
No, I look miserable if I'm not talking because my eyebrow. I don't do Botox, and it's just
You don't need it.
No, I do.
No,
I
you
really do. But thank you. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony.
Andy, do you think I need Botox?
Andy said, "I only know about the roosters in Key West."
Oh.
Oh, and the cats aren't it? It's teeming with gross
Angie and I
cats.
went to Key West.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we go twice?
Didn't you see the cats?
Yeah, we went twice. We don't remember cats.
Oh my God, they're all over the Hemingway house.
We call our friend. Our
Ernest
friend at the time was
Hemingway?
married to a dope. Well, they're still married, but they're not together. And she called, and he was like, he leaves a message. He's like, "Well, it's it's 10:00 here in New York." We're like, "Dick, Florida." Remember that? And then we had mopeds. Oh my God, we could do a whole thing about the story and market. But anyway, we had mopeds, and you could go to the point that like this is the.
To the Buffett house
Right.
with all the Buffett parrot heads.
And they're like 90 miles to Cuba, whatever.
Yeah.
So she was like, it was like Mother's Day. They were all her dopey in-laws were together. She's like, and they're like, "You can't bike to Cuba. You don't have your passport." We're like, "Oh my God," because there's a road. Remember that?
I'll jump on the bicycle.
That's up there. I knew somebody who says literally, like, I count. I don't even listen to what she says. I mean, she's a friend. Literally.
Well, not anymore, because now that you're talking shit about her, these 9 people might tell her.
Oh, I hope not. But I count how many literallys, and she once said, Pacific. So can you be a little more Pacific? And I was like, dumb.
My friend sounds like that. Sal, but he don't mean it. I think because he talks slow, the words come out like that. So he had a headache, so he needs some ibuprofen.
I mean, I'm a malaprop, but I'm not,
ibuprofen.
stupid.
And his favorite movie was The Legend of Bag of Ants.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Beggar Vance,
Yes.
right? Bagger Vance. Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah, you should have seen when his wife's friend went to the Blockbuster trying to get it. She's like, Bag of Ants, it's a golf movie. Remember?
So, all right, so
what?
Andy Pagano says he can make his eyebrows do the wave.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, so now...
Is he hot?
What?
Andy, he's smart hot.
Okay.
He looks a little like the dad from Bob's Burgers. So
Andy, this is Andy.
Hot.
Hi, Andy. How are you?
I wouldn't go. Listen, that picture is not going to make him hot.
This is a great picture of him.
No, it is. But
he's the dad from Bob's Burgers.
But now he's got like the porn mustache, like he's got the
Comes
handlebars
down.
coming down to
like
his chin.
the one that banged Melissa Etheridge to have her kid.
David Crosby.
David
Yeah, he had
Crosby.
that.
And he's got the flavor saver.
Those are so gross.
What, these things?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the flavor saver.
They're gross? Even on a full beard?
Full beard
Well,
is
full
good.
beard, you have to connect it somehow.
No,
But
I actually
alone-
used to shave it. I
But then that looks weird.
It did look weird.
That's like a Latin thing.
I shaved it because the girl I was dating at the time didn't like it. So I was like, all right, I'll shave it for you.
I remember when I
Shameful,
heard
like
a
smelling
flavor
her
saver.
lady bits. I know.
So, and then Andy also says, Marla is perfect.
Oh,
Thank you, Andy.
Sure, Andy.
That's really sweet.
Sure, Andy.
Wow. All right, so now, all right.
So is Laura.
Oh, I don't want that. And your friend's cute too. No, I don't. I've been there. You see my friends. I run with very pretty friends. Our other friend Angela is beyond.
I was always
People
told
like
that
you're
too.
cute too. Thanks.
No. My best friend in high school looked like Farrah Fawcett, and she still looks that way.
Really?
Yeah, and they called her Farrah, and she had the blonde feather hair, and
Yeah,
I was
right.
the funny sidekick. I was okay with that.
And you're cute too. Thanks.
So, all right, so New York girl answered your question. She said, roosters in Hawaii were originally brought to the islands as food and then bred out of control and are now considered feral roosters.
Yes. See, I don't make up shit.
That's cool.
You're talking about your lights,
Teddy, you want to come over here?
right,
Teddy,
Teddy?
come
What about
over
the
here.
roosters, Teddy?
Come here, sweetie. Look at her. Are you happy to see Laura?
Yes, right, Teddy. She did the dog like in. Remember when they were running around and coming to America, and the dog would tilt the head?
Yeah.
When they were running back and forth.
Or
With John Amos.
what about the one where Greg Kinnear played the gay guy?
As
Jack
good as it
Nicholson?
gets.
That dog. That was a
You
Grifton
know
or
that
something.
movie? That's a movie you're thinking.
Teddy, come here. Can you just? Yeah. Come here, Ted. Teddy, the wonder dog. Oh, here we go. Look at
Speaking
that.
of Teddy, I just got a text from the real Teddy.
Did you?
The
Look at
real
that.
Teddy.
Oh, I didn't respond quick enough, and now he's sending me memes.
Okay. He's the meme queen.
He's the meme queen.
Oh, is that right? Really?
He's
Teddy is?
carbon footprint alone.
And he's also, he's always posting his little
Yes, he's
words
got a
of
lot
wisdom
to say,
there.
The prophet
Yeah.
Teddy.
Mr. Positive.
I
So
have
ask
nothing
her a
to say.
question. Just ask if she likes to go on adventures.
Teddy, do you like to go on adventures?
Of course, she doesn't do it on cue.
Oh, she's looking at me like, what are you, a moron?
So we taught her. I'll just shut up because I'm not. We taught her not to go in the kitchen because knives, and she's little. We could step on her. So we have a nanny cam because she's a COVID dog, and we have to slowly work on leaving her alone. We checked the camera, and there she is in the kitchen, banging on the refrigerator door.
Oh, wow.
You guys aren't home.
Correct.
She's
that's
like,
funny.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Watch this, bitch.
But what do you mean? She can't go in the kitchen because there's knives. What are they, on the floor? What do you mean?
They're
No,
so
like if-
protective, you don't even know. The
Really?
kitchen, first of all, it's a New York City apartment, so the kitchen is like, how the dog's going to know the delineation of the floor? Be like, that's the kitchen.
She does because she's smart.
Why don't you run electrical tape until the dog knows?
You know what? You're right. That's a really good idea. I taught her to pee over a drain.
She does. She pees off the 13th floor of a deck.
Yeah, on our balcony.
Yes.
Sometimes, who wants to take the? I'm on the 30th floor, so we taught her to.
No wonder you need an umbrella.
Yeah, thank you.
No,
No.
the guy
it's
on
a drain.
the guy on the floor below.
It's a drain.
Notice how she had
wouldn't-
to correct. I said 13th, which technically there's no 13th. She had to.
What are you wishing?
She had to
me?
casually mention, the 30th floor. You heard that?
Excuse me, you have what is it, a 5,000 square foot house on
Doesn't
Long
matter.
Island?
I live with
yeah,
my mother.
it does.
I live with my mother.
Your
Yeah.
mother lives with you, and it's a whole separate. You
It's
built
lovely.
a whole
It's
separate
lovely.
thing. Her
Oh,
mother is amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
taking my mother in actually soon.
Are you? We
Yeah.
built an in-law. It's beautiful. My
But-
mother, we're more of a nuisance to my mother. I don't
Yeah.
know what I would do. Don't even ask this one. She go. You can
What?
get on mic for that because she's like, "How much do you tip your garbage man at Christmas?" And I'm like, "Hang on, I have to." She goes, "What?" Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know how to buy coffee.
She doesn't know how much milk is.
I don't know how much milk costs. I don't know laundry detergent. There's certain
Doesn't know where
things.
her son's clothes go after they're washed.
And you don't cook either, right?
I cook enough.
I know. I was kidding because I know
Yeah.
you. Oh,
She came over and she cooked dinner, and I was like, my
I have
blood
a salt
pressure.
lick. I do have blood pressure issues. I
Oh
do
my
like a salt.
God. It was like,
Relax.
No,
Listen, you ate it.
barely.
You muscled it down, sister. Stop being
Every
all
time she turned away, I was like in the napkin.
liar.
Yeah, like I was
that's
handling a bag of dicks.
I've seen you
that up.
handle a bag of dicks, and
Yeah.
you don't spit. But
I seen you handling a bag of dicks. Wow, that's really brilliant using that MBA brain of yours.
whatever.
happened
So
to this?
I was
oh
on.
yeah,
the
you don't mind too.
Oh, you
Mine's
broke
broken
your
the
chair.
same. Both chairs are broken in the same
Who comes
armrest.
here and what do they lean on it? And
I'll tell you who did that. Richie Byrne did that.
Richie Byrne, why?
Because he's a big guy.
Okay.
There we go. Fix it.
I can't. It's not just.
You need a screw, Tony.
No, the screw's there. It for some reason it doesn't catch. I got the same problem here.
I didn't strip the screw.
I'm sorry.
I've stripped to screw. But I've never stripped a screw.
Now that's a story I need to hear.
You strip like the whole thing. I used to do naked ballet in my living room
What?
to my husband. I thought it was funny, like jumping around naked, and he found nothing unique about it. Maybe it was the panis. That's a callback comedy for all you
That
non-comedy fellas listening.
Panis.
I
That's
just learned
wild.
that word.
That's. I'm telling you, it
I think
sounds
it's
like
two N's.
I would say it reminds me of Yappa. Who's a comedian?
Oh,
Yana.
Shit.
Yakov Smirnoff.
No,
he's Greek.
He
He's
did some
funny.
stuff on Stern.
Yeah.
Oh, Yanni. Oh.
It is
What are you
like
looking?
Yanis. I'm drawing a. I'm
My
having a
son
brain
knows.
fart.
It's Yanis, right? His
Yanis
first name?
Pappas or something.
That's
That's
it.
wrong though.
Does he go,
Is that?
America, what a country?
He actually. I had him on here years ago.
Panikopita.
No,
Oh, it
America,
is.
what
It's
a-
Yanis Pappas. I was right.
He's
you
really
go.
funny.
Yeah,
I-
he is funny.
he's the younger kids like him, I think, and he's on a big podcast.
Who?
I think he has a
Yanis?
podcast, Yanis.
I do believe he does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he has a big following, like Andrew Schultz and those guys.
Who I'm not related to.
You're
Nor-
not?
No.
What about
nor-
Charles?
I wish. He's SCHULZ. I got the T. And then there's
Yeah, you do.
Flip Schultz. He's kind of,
You
know,
said you
Flip-
got the T, meaning you got nice tits.
That's
what Tony was saying. I didn't see him nice.
I
That's
don't know
Tony
what she's
said.
talking about. She said
You
it. She
I
said it
got-
just now. You heard
said,
it.
I got the T, and Tony goes, yeah, you do. You didn't even hear it.
I didn't, because I was just like, what are you talking about my tits for?
And Tony's like, yeah, you do. What was that? Louis De Palma. She was like, stop it. He was like, in Taxi.
Oh,
Yeah.
Marilyn
okay.
Monroe.
I thought you were doing Beavis and Butthead.
I
No,
did too.
no, Louis De Palma, when he would say something
Yeah.
like sexual, he'd be like,
Oh, that's right. And Jeff Conway from Grease.
He's
Yes,
dead.
Dead.
Are you serious?
And Tom Sizemore, dead. So I think whoever
no,
was on
I know Tom Sizemore
whoever was
died.
in Celebrity Rehab died. There's a short list.
Oh, with Dr. Drew?
Yeah.
Dr. Drupinski.
Don Sill. You know Don. You know
Love Don.
Don made him. Yeah. Which you're doing, which is you
did.
on Friday.
Yeah.
We're showing it Friday. Donversations with Marla. Don
What's
made a movie.
Donversations?
It's Don's talk show. He calls it Donversations.
Isn't that
That's very
clever?
cute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don's great. He made a movie years ago. It was actually really good. I enjoyed it. It was about this, like, the world, like, there was some kind of...
Spit it
out.
Yeah, I know. I'm having
this
trouble.
This is why Tony doesn't
Forget
do
it.
most of the talking.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it's about. But Tom Sizemore.
Oh, it matters what it's about.
Tom Sizemore somehow saw this movie, bought the rights to it, and then he decided to film his own scenes to fit in with this movie, and then he re-released it. So Don made a movie with Tom Sizemore.
That's very
I had
cool.
such a crush on Tom Sizemore.
He was pretty hot. But
Was
he?
he?
Messed up.
Yeah.
I think I like the
Platoon.
one. Yeah. I like Tom Sizemore. I like Daniel Baldwin. He was my favorite Baldwin.
Oh.
You don't know Daniel Baldwin? He's another one, Addiction.
Okay.
That's the one from The Usual Suspects?
Daniel? No. I forget what he was in.
It wasn't Alec.
No.
Do you think he should be arrested?
No.
I don't either.
I think they really. I mean, listen, come on.
You don't? Why?
Wasn't like
Why
years
don't you?
ago. Because there's a ballistics expert. If they handed someone with a gun with
Yeah, but he's forget about acting. He's a producer of the movie. The buck
so you're
stops
saying
there.
It rolls up. Maybe.
That's how I feel about it. It rolls up. I mean, all of them. Whoever was handling the gun, the producers, they're all responsible.
That's like insane negligence. Like if I was a
Well,
producer,
yeah, but
if
we're
I
talking about a gun.
handle a ballistic expert, that's their job. I'm putting my trust in that person. I
Agreed.
guess.
Yeah, there should be every safety systems. You
Right.
got to do. Okay, we're going to shoot just like if you ever have surgery. They're like, "Where are you having surgery? What's your birthday? What's your name?"
Right
And
leg,
they-
right leg, right.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
like
Yep.
Tony, that's how Tony lost his leg. They took the wrong leg off.
Yeah, and then they ate it.
Do you know Tony has one leg?
I didn't know that.
And
Yep.
he breaks because his is from the hip. He'll take it off for you.
No. Oh my God.
This is my whole stand-up act right here. You just saw it.
That's pretty much it. He rests his drink on it.
Yes.
And he makes like 50 jokes about, I used to date a girl and like her name was Eileen.
And it's 49 too many jokes, actually.
I mean, I could almost use it as the armrest.
You could use his leg as your
Oh,
armrest.
that's terrible. That's terrible.
I do. I actually, that's one of the jokes I have. That
Okay,
if
stop.
I get tired, I can just rest my hand.
Oh my God.
And I
that
can
would
literally
be-
now put my foot in my mouth.
Ah.
Hey-oh!
That is brilliant. That's like a great candid camera.
With the
I know.
leg.
I've been tempted to do that. Like go in a mall, just sit on a bench next to some old lady, and then all of a sudden flip the leg up and see what she does.
I think.
Should I do that? You think that would? All right.
Absolutely.
Who's going to film it though? A young kid. And then you need two cameras because you need to get someone to get the reaction.
Then I need Mario because he's going viral.
Is he really?
Snoop Dogg posted a video of Mario.
Of him with the red boots?
Yes.
Oh, fucking red.
You
Yeah,
see, I
for
want to.
Mario. Good for Mario.
I want to
my
get this
gosh,
down where I
look
can
at
like
that.
take the cap off and just like.
I thought it was the one with the cannolis, where he was eating the cannolis, putting too many cannolis in his mouth.
Who? Mario?
Mario.
I didn't see that. Is that?
Oh, for cannoli festival. He put one too many cannolis. It's not a good look, Mario.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I missed that one.
Yeah, it's quite.
Well, good for him. Let's be positive.
Absolutely.
And
Positive for
encourage-
Mario. He does grind. I'll give
Yes,
it to
he
Mario.
does.
Puts in the grind.
Yes, he does.
Puts in the time. Mario always dressed to the nines.
Yes.
Put the shoes, the whole thing.
Everything. And his videos are funny. And he shoots and edits them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Good
he
for
does
him.
it. My son wants me to get into those guys growing up Italian.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are great because they got merch now. They got a shirt that says "I got a guy," which is my thing. I got a guy.
Yeah, I've heard
growing
you
up
say it many
Italian
times.
guys are great.
New York Girl says yes. There were protocols on that film that were not followed at all. Yes, they should all be arrested. New York Girl's husband is in the film industry,
Wow.
so she
Oh,
she
Okay.
knows
New
what
York
she's
girl's
talking about.
husband shot a guy.
I thought they were talking about me.
My husband shot a
all
guy. It's all about you.
Well,
You're
I
a New
think
York
I
girl.
think he's done that too.
I know it's tough. I mean, what do you hold him for? Who's going to watch his 19 kids and Halalia?
Oh, I know.
She
That's
knows
right.
Coco.
She knows all. Right.
Coco.
She's like, so what's it called? Cucumber. Remember she was on like the Today Show?
Oh, she's so annoying.
How bizarre is that?
I know, it's a weird thing. It's a weird aspect to have.
You know, I got to tell you, when I see shit like that, it makes me like I'm almost glad, like that I never made it. Whether acting like, cause I can't stand those people, those celebrities that are like so far from
Do you
reality.
hear about Gwyneth Paltrow now pumping oxygen in her
Yes,
ass?
I have heard about
Butthole.
that.
I was
In her
just
butthole.
about to say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And then she was selling candles made out of like, yeasty vag.
I had no problem with that.
Ugh.
You're not lighting a yeast
No, I'm
candle.
not. No, I thought it was insane.
Andy, may.
People made bread, sourdough bread. There was like weird
Out
TikTok.
of-
Yeah, they
What?
added that. Yes.
No.
Yeah, sourdough. Could
Show
you
me.
imagine?
Find that.
I'm not going to do it right now, but
But you will
know
later.
what? Yes, absolutely. You Google it. I mean, people are gross.
Years
So weird.
ago, we
Made vagina bread.
It was like, I think it was called sour wuss.
Did they put raisins in it and caraway seeds?
Is this a bit you're trying out?
Absolutely not. I just thought of it. I'm not going to talk about, you mentioned vagina. You can only say, we had this conversation.
Yeah, you can only say it so many times.
Yeah, guys can say dick, but if you say vagina, like
you
one
lose
comic.
half the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yes, I agree. And it's like, it's just like porn jokes. You get tired of them really quick.
Right. Yeah, Teddy says that vagina sounds like something you would get in your knees. Like, oh, I had some vagina. He does a really good joke about that. He goes, pussy sounds delicious. He's like, pussy. But vagina, we're like, oh, what's wrong with your leg? Oh, I got me some vagina.
So can we say pussy a bunch of times?
Pussy, he say.
Yeah. But you say vagina. Say if like 3 comics go before you, they say vagina. And then you say it, it's like that's what the audience.
Yeah, they use the vagina
onto.
word. I say vagine. I say lady bits. I like talk around that.
I say bippy.
You say what?
Bippy.
Bippy.
Yeah, because that's what my Italian girlfriends called it.
The bippy?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Italian girlfriends, where's your coolie?
Your coolie? It's the vajay.
No.
It's your butt.
It's your butt. It is your butt. I cannot believe you and my Massachusetts friend. We argued your coolie. Because I was telling a story. I'm like, oh my god, I'm
your pie hole. Your pie hole is your butt.
You call it whatever you want, Marla.
Use your
Thank
coolie,
you, Tony.
Oh, you too, Laura. Sure, Laura. You can say whatever you want too. No, because we would say we had a friend that would go, "I'm going to hit you pow pow on your coolie" to the kid. And I told myself, I'm like, I'm going to pow pow on your coolie. And someone like, whoa.
What is that? I'm going to pow pow your coolie?
Like the kid. Like, oh, you better not do when you could hit your kids. Like, you're going to get pow pow on the coolie. Who used to say pow pow on the coolie? One of our friends? Who used to say it? I don't remember.
I never heard that pow
But
pow.
coolie is your butt. That sounds coolie a little is weird. Not your front.
Can we look it up on Urban Dictionary?
Go to Andy. I'm
Go
telling
to
you.
Andy.
Ask Andy, where's the coolie? Not to be confused with the
Andy says he heard Gwyneth Paltrow is jarring her queefs.
That's really funny.
Andy's funny.
That's really
Andy's very funny.
Andy is funny.
Is he a writer? Does he write jokes for people?
He does. He helped him, and he works with Billy Guyer a lot.
I don't know who that is.
Billy Guyer, yeah, he's a local guy, but in my opinion, he should be known. He comes out with the most outrageous stuff. He's very funny, but Andy too. Andy's great. What? My mom used to call it a pishy.
Oh, your pishy. A pishy? So that's Italian. That's somebody Italian. So your pishy was your front.
Right.
Your pishy was your front, and your coolie was the back. I cannot believe you're saying the coolie is the front.
All right, I'm looking it up. Coolie.
Angela, what did you grow up with?
Did you grow up with coolies?
Coolie's your butt. Yeah.
Okay, I thought. Okay.
Because someone says, "Oh, I'm going to hit her in the coolie."
I wonder if Hilaria refers to it as a pink taco.
So I look up, not Urban Dictionary, just regular dictionary.
Yeah.
A coolie is an unskilled native laborer in India, China, and some other Asian countries. I had never knew that.
I think I tried to go to the Google machine to get the answer, and then I found out.
How do you like that?
Urban Dictionary can be traced back. What? Oh, Urban Dictionary too says hired laborer.
See, it's not your butt.
It's your butt.
Hired layer, or whatever you just said.
Laborer. Was that
laborer?
A tough word?
Yeah,
labor.
Labor. Thank you.
Laborer. Not to be confused with the laby.
You know, Tony, Laura told me that you're a big Little Rascals fan.
I'm a huge Little Rascals fan.
My husband and I were watching it, and it was hilarious and so wrong.
Yes. Very
so
racist.
Wrong.
Very racist.
Oh my God! You know when the little kid was not Spanky, Chubby, not there's
Chubsy Ubsy.
It wasn't Chubsy Ubsy.
Oh, before
Weezer,
the Peter Blake.
Weezer,
and he was talking to his parents, and he goes, "Daddy, do you like not Spanky? Who was the black kid?
Alfalfa? No, Buckwheat.
Buckwheat.
Right, but before Buckwheat was Farina. I believe Farina was there with Weezer. This is how much I know my Little Rascals.
I don't think it was Farina. I think it was
Stymie?
Buckwheat.
Oh, Stymie, yes.
Daddy, do you like Stymie? And I can't even say what he called.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Pickaninny?
A what?
Pickaninny? Pickaninny.
Really?
Whisper on a podcast. That's a good idea, Marla. Whisper in here, Mike.
You know the episode with the cake?
Yeah.
There's a scene in that one. Stymie is stirring the cake, and they're in the kitchen, so it's hot, and he goes like this, right? And it's a white wall, so when he goes like that, there's all of a sudden these black spots appear.
It's terrible.
Remember when he got the measles? Crazy. They gave him white measles.
Yes.
Yes, when Stymie got the measles.
There's another episode. They're sitting on a curb, and they're complaining because they're playing around and their mothers are making them wash up. Spanky turns the book. He says, "Man, you're lucky." Oh
We
yeah.
don't have to wash up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was bad. I mean, but it's still funny. You get rid because when they showed it on TV, eventually they would edit a lot of that stuff, and it's still funny. Like
It is funny.
It's classic stuff, man. I love that stuff.
Do you ever see the one where there's that old woman and she's taking care of all the kids and I guess she gave her Social Security money to this guy.
Right, and they're trying to get it back.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, I've had it. But just the way they spoke and the parents, kind of reminded me of my parents and the way they would be screaming at each other.
Yep.
But I loved how the kids would like fight back with the adults. I thought that was really funny.
Sure you're not confusing it with Scooby-Doo?
No.
No.
And I used to get told I look like Darla from the Little Rascals.
Oh, okay.
A homeless guy goes, anybody ever tell you look like Darla from the Little Rascals? I was like, okay.
I was like a kid at Christmas. I met Spanky once. I was like a kid at Christmas. I was 21 years old.
What was his name?
George. What?
No.
that
I
was-
thought you were going to have more to it.
No, that was his real name, George.
No, George what?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
McFarland. George McFarland was
Oh,
Spanky.
that's right. He was Spanky McFarland.
Right. And I can count on one hand how many times I've been starstruck in my life, and that was one of them.
You blew a nut,
I
basically.
pretty much all over.
And now he needs a penis pump back to the beginning.
I could barely talk to him. I was giggling. Spanky. I was an idiot, but he was a nice man.
Wow.
That's my whole story.
I was that way when I saw Lee Majors because I was the president of the Long Island chapter of the $6 Million Man fan club.
Nerd.
Totally. I
Wow.
loved. When I played with my Barbies up until 9th grade. No, I'm kidding.
Till last week.
So
Yeah,
yesterday.
till last week.
She plays with them differently now, Tony.
Right. Like, porn Barbie. But I met him and
Barbie,
I was...
want to go in a cave?
Do you want to see my no balls? Remember Mod Ken with the weird hair that you
Yeah.
could pull off? But I saw Lee Majors
That's
at the
cool.
Peninsula Hotel in Los Angeles, and I went up to him and I was like, Mr. Majors, oh my God, I was the president of the Long Island chapter of the Lee Majors fan club. And he was like, okay, drink, check.
Security?
Yeah, right. But I thought he was so hot. Do you remember him?
He was shorter, though. Or I confused him
Was he?
with Lee Majors. Who was the one that... Oh, Robert Conrad. I would always confuse
Knock
those
the
two.
Battery?
Knock the Battery. I would confuse
remember
those
that.
were
I dare ya.
familiar to me.
Yeah.
And Lee Majors was the $6 Million Man?
He
Yes.
was.
I didn't watch the $6 Million Man.
didn't?
Really?
No.
I thought everybody did.
No.
Wow. I'm surprised.
No,
But
out
yeah,
of
and he was
12.
married to Farrah
That
for a
I
while.
knew.
Yeah.
And he had a hot temper, right?
I think so. Maybe
Alcoholism,
did he?
something like that.
Oh,
But then
really? Oh, I
she
didn't know
moved
that.
over to Ryan
Oh,
O'Neal.
that Ryan O'Neal's that was bad with the...
Yeah, he was nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, and his kids.
But then I would confuse him with Steve McQueen. They all had that look.
Steve McQueen, did you ever see that driving movie? Was it Speed Out or something? Where he played a cop in San Francisco?
I don't remember a lot,
You
but I
have a
think I
brother,
did see that.
correct? Your brother was older or younger?
Younger.
So there was no boy show. To me, that would be a boy show.
Which one? $6
Any of
Million
those,
Man?
the $6 Million Man and stuff. They seem like Charlie's Angels was barely a watch in our house.
I watched that.
Cheryl Ladd.
Really, that was your angel, Cheryl Ladd?
Yeah.
I was a Jacqueline Smith girl.
I was a
allowed
They
to
were all
be.
Smith.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, I think being brunette as a kid and seeing somebody was hot and a brunette.
Absolutely.
Who's your
Kate,
celebrity
the other
crush now? Who's your celebrity? Who do you get a pass? Do you get a pass?
A friend of ours has a joke. He goes, "My pass is the cashier at the Walgreens." I'm not.
Mine is my gastroenterologist. He's so hot. He really is.
Well, my pass, I think, is Selma Hayek. I think that's my pass.
Oh, that your Leslie one?
Yeah, maybe if I
Nice.
have to. If I'm going to pass, I'm going to go all the way. I'm going to cross right over.
I need
And then
to think
you know
on
what? It was
that.
George. George Clooney's so handsome. whatever.
Everybody.
But then Dan Cortez, who still looks great. Do you remember Dan Cortez from MTV,
MTV,
Sports?
yeah.
He
Then
was on Seinfeld. He was
Seinfeld,
the
yeah.
Mimbo. He went. He was. Him and George went hiking. George tried to be cool. He wore his hat backwards. Dan Cortez was a big MTV guy, young.
I haven't
I
seen
don't
him
know
sin-
him.
looks
Keep going on. I have no idea who you're talking
No,
about.
Dan Cortez.
I haven't seen him since Seinfeld. He's
Oh,
actually
I follow
still
him on Instagram. He looks good.
Really?
Still.
Mine was William Shatner from Star Trek.
Really?
Yeah, I
See,
was
that's
into
a boy
Star
show
Trek.
too. I was
yeah.
not a Trekkie. My father watched it.
So I met
Flash Gordon.
I was like 5 years old. I met
Sam Jones was not cute. He
who?
was blonde.
Oh,
Flash Gordon.
Chris Pine is my. If I was going to have a young
okay.
man, it would be Chris
I
Pine.
don't even. I get them all confused.
Did you watch Chips?
No.
Chris Pine's father was the sergeant.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious.
Oh,
I don't know
the
why I know that,
sergeant,
but I do.
Not Larry Wilcox.
No.
Do you know Larry Wilcox put out a song?
How do you know that?
No,
That's
I'm
amazing.
wrong. Starsky and Hutch. He put out a song.
Oh, David Soul.
David
Yeah,
Soul
he
put
had
out
a hit.
song. I
What
had
was
the
the name of
wrong
that
guy.
song?
Angelo. David Soul's song. You know bad.
He had a hit.
What's
It was
the
a popular song.
It was
What
a
the hell's it
popular
called?
song. It wasn't the one.
Paul Michael Glaser, he was another crush because I was like,
He
oh
was
look,
cute.
yeah, he was hot and he was like,
Was
know,
he a
had that
Jew?
totally, and he had that Jewy angst, like.
I came around liking them. So I was an Andy Gibb girl.
Oh, Barry. No, wait. The Robin Gibb. He had the hair and the beard.
No,
That's Barry.
It was the fourth Gibb. I was Andy Gibb and Sean Cassidy. Like that. That's where I came up. So
What
just
about
a hair
Leif
difference.
Garrett?
No, no Leif Garrett. No David. David Cassidy.
Wasn't into David Cassidy.
Oh,
No.
Donny Osmond.
And they
Hello.
called it puppy love.
He could put his shoes under my bed. Donny
Yes, that's what your mother would say. So funny. I was really into
Donny
Donny
Osmond was a big deal. But we didn't have like the Tiger Beat. Like
Down by the lazy river.
one bad apple.
Don't spoil the whole bunch, girl.
Did you have Donnie Marie Barbie dolls?
No, I didn't.
I did.
Didn't
'Cause
have
Marie had
that.
short hair. So I have hair issues, but anyway, I had long hair as a kid, and my mom used to like put it in sheets, and she would always like pull my sister's hair really tight.
Orange cans?
Yes,
Okay.
the ball, like, and wet it, and with a tail comb to make the thing. Like I could not wet. I'm like, I gotta cut my hair again because it was the Dorothy Hamill, and everyone wanted to cut their hair. And
We
like
both had the same haircut.
the G, your hair smells terrific. Kind of was that the
Johnson, no more tears. I was like, ow, ow. My mother's like, shh.
So when Dorothy Hamill had the wet, I was like, oh, I want that. So my mother said, you can't cut it until after my communion. So like literally like the day after my communion, I like cut it all off. And I think it's the curse of the Dorothy Hamill.
You wanted the Dorothy Hamill?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, Marie had that too.
And that's
Right,
there. There I
right.
go. I was on that because Marie had short hair.
Okay. I hated that haircut. I had no boobs. I was flat until I was 20, and I thought I looked like a boy. So I wore these, like, black girl double Dutch gold earrings, the fake ones.
Yeah, the big bamboo ones.
Yeah, and then blue eyeshadow. I was
bet you were
hot. Totally. And for my bat mitzvah, I wore this long dress that I think the pattern came from Ethan Allen. It was, like oaky. Very
Was it like the
oak-looking.
Holly Hobby style?
Kind of.
Oh.
It was Gunny Sacks.
Yeah,
Remember
Gunny Sacks. Gunny Sacks was my prom dress.
Yeah.
We all had them. Oh, it was terrible.
So Andy, you think we should do a podcast together?
What do you think, Andy?
I've been saying that. I think you guys would be. I would love to see that.
Because Marla is the seasoned veteran. So like Friday, Saturday, I did a show.
But
Like
you
I would
have
come to her for
amazing
advice.
energy
I appreciate the energy.
and funny.
So we did a show. I did a show Saturday out in Hamptons.
Nice.
With
Nice.
with Roach, right?
Christopher Roach, who I love.
I think he's hot.
I do too.
Yeah.
Roach is hot.
Yes.
Love him.
Yeah. He's
And
got,
something about the tall and the way he talks. Oh yeah.
yeah, and he's so funny.
So funny.
Oh yeah. So the funny helps.
Funny makes it hot.
Oh my
Really?
god!
Yeah.
You know how many ugly guys I dated that were like funny? Oh yeah,
No kidding.
Yeah. Serotonin, it blinds you. You're like,
No, Chris, and he still has his hair.
oh yeah, drives at night. I mean,
Yeah.
hot.
That's a low bar. That's for Jews in Florida.
Yes.
You know he could drive at
And
night.
Italians. There's plenty of gins on in those communities.
He
Plenty.
could drive at night.
Yeah. Does
so-
he
so
drive
I-
at night?
I could date him. So I did a show, and this guy, Andrew Washington, who I give him a lot of credit. He's a magician, and he's really out there hustling. He's producing a lot of his own things because he's
Good for
like, the
him.
machine is bad and you don't get paid. Like, he's really trying to buck the system. I give him a lot of credit, Andrew, and he books these things, and he does a lot of charity stuff, too. So anyway, and Andrew likes me. So if someone likes me, they get, up
Somebody
the list.
likes me.
But anyway, Andrew, and he does magic.
Oh.
Like cool, like close magic. When you're like if you make a truck disappear. Yeah, like that. And then he like put a cord. Well, anyway, I'm going off topic. So he did this show and he booked, you always whatever. Sometimes there are too many shows. It's like a telethon. But anyway, he booked like 8 comics for the show, and Chris, and it was a 10-year-old kid.
All right, yeah. So tell us.
Yeah, so I did a podcast last Monday to like promote the show.
Yeah.
And I said, Andrew, come on, why are we having a kid on the show? What's he gonna talk about? Oh, I had a rough day in the sandbox. Like I sort of shit talked the kid, which you probably shouldn't do. But I thought, listen,
Video games, am I right?
You have double the amount of listeners as this podcast have. So I was like, no one's gonna hear it, right? So I show up at the thing, and Andrew's like, oh, someone wants to meet you, and the kid's like, I heard what you said about me.
Oh wow.
And he's like, I'm coming for you.
Well,
I have some things up my sleeve.
Why did he put a 10-year-old up?
Wait, was the 10-year-old the magician?
No, he was a comic.
So what did he have up his sleeve? Like a box cutter?
No, man, he had some stuff up.
Oh,
no, to zing me back,
to punch back.
To punch back.
Got it.
So the kid was like, I was like, well, bring a kid. Like it's not gonna end well. And
did he go before you?
I hosted.
Oh, okay.
And then I brought him up, and then I said, you know, in comedy, everyone says it takes a lot of balls. So let's bring this next guy's up who balls haven't dropped yet. So maybe I.
And his parents, I'm sure, really appreciated
And Grandma
that.
was there too.
Good for you.
Yeah, because I think you have to be bold when you're a comic. I think people like that.
Absolutely, but when
And
you're dissing a 10-year-old.
Well, I have to tell you, 4 of the comics dissed him too, so I was not the only one. And I made a joke. I go, look at what pieces of shit we are. We're
oh my God.
shit talking a kid.
What
so
was
the
his?
Kid went.
Yeah.
And he started with, oh, did you take your Centrum Silver, Laura? Don't laugh. It wasn't funny. It was lazy. He punched down. Wasn't great. Then he's like, oh, do you need to borrow my grandma's cane? And I was like, is that all you got? Whatever. Right. So the kid, I think he had his routine, and because he wanted to zing me, I think his brain could only, he's 10. I mean, I should apologize to Grayson.
Grayson?
He was off his game a little and forgot his stuff and
to
got rattled.
10-year, you rattled a 10-year-old.
Oh,
I feel bad because when I think comics do see a young kid, they're like, fuck this, and they just want to.
He laughed and he cried. He cried.
What? Because he didn't
do his set. Like he wasn't as good as he thought.
So please tell me he cried though after he got off the stage.
Yeah. No, he didn't cry on stage, but he left early.
You know, Laura, I'm.
And then I was like, good thing you're off. Now I can start telling vulva jokes.
That's funny. That's funny.
And then Marcy got up. You know Marcy Smiles, who I love. So Marcy got up and she's like, hey, kid, you think I'm cute? You think I'm hot? And then put the kid on the spot. He's like, yeah. She goes, oh, you like a little swirl?
Marcy who?
Marcy Smiles.
She's a city comic. She is amazing. She started out like just doing videos on the internet, and she's new to comedy, probably like a year and a half. She's phenomenal.
Amazing. Really?
She's 6'1" or 6'2", and Chris Roach is 6'4". So I took a picture of them. We felt like the back row at a class picture. It was the greatest thing. All his talk is like, fuck you. Back row.
Funny.
Let's hear it for the back row.
I want to see.
No,
Marcy's great.
Funny. And you know what? Laura, who's been doing it 3.
Yeah, well, if you count COVID, yeah, I took my class February 2020.
I keep telling her she jumped the shark.
Oh, I love
Seriously,
it.
she totally jumped your personality, your point of view. I mean, I'm dazzled.
Sometimes when I shit the bed or I don't do great, I'm like, oh, but it's new. It's stage time. Like Carrie would say, it's stage time.
You get more stage time.
That's
than
my
anybody.
picture. That's look at that back row.
Petite
Show
flower.
that. I was tiny.
Oh, it's adorable.
Oh, I loved it. I said I had to take a picture with you too.
I hope I liked it. I've been kind of off it because, you know.
You have to engage back. It's a whole thing.
No, it really is.
But then Rob White got up and Rob shit talked the kid. He goes, you look like if you were old enough to vote, you'd vote for Trump.
Was he wearing a suit?
No, the kid was blonde. And
Did Mario dress him?
He goes,
I was going to say, you sure it wasn't Mario?
He goes, let's give it up for the Nazi youth. I mean, he's like, Hitler would have loved you. We were.
Oh, was he blonde?
Yeah.
Oh, is he from Yaphank?
He was from East Hampton. And then the kid was like, and Andrew, I just like to give you, I raised $800 for your charity. And he gave an envelope. And I still shit talked the kid.
Wow.
hell in the handbasket
I
for
said,
this
look,
one.
I go, I'm a piece of shit. That kid raised more money than all us comics even put in the tip jar for the thing. I said, so good luck for the kid.
So we have a comment here that says Laura was so mean to that kid.
Oh my God!
Who's saying that? Was it Rob? Who is it?
Brian Paul.
He was there. Brian was there. I was a little mean to the kid. Fuck that kid, Brian Paul. Maybe he'll leave comedy. You're taking a spot from a real comic.
There you go.
Right?
Absolutely.
He doesn't belong. And what I did after, like, then Chris Roach was talking about why he had to have a colonoscopy because he got pegged. So this kid's sitting there listening to pegged. Oh, and Brian Paul said a lot. Oh, Brian Paul, no offense. You didn't temper your material for the little
Pegged?
kid.
What do you mean pegged?
You know what pegged is?
No.
That's a dildo in the ass for a man. You know about being pegged?
No, I don't go near the ass. I'm not into ass.
Ass
No
is
ass
new
play.
to the game. I don't go. I know of it, but I don't go near the ass. But pegging is you stick a guy in the ass with like a dildo or something. So Roach is telling that story about being pegged, and the kid's still sitting there. So I go up between comics and I'm like, yes, hello, CPS. Yeah, his parents are here. They're in the front row.
Brian Paul actually said CPS also. He actually said that.
Did you say that?
Yes.
Good. Oh, that's a great
I called
line.
CPS on his parents.
That's very.
I was
funny.
like, yeah, they're sitting here in the front row with their son.
And his parents, were they really, preppy looking, like moneyed?
They were not as, but they were good sports about it. Like I was like, listen, I tried before the kid went, and I was like, hey, when do you want me to give you the light? And the kid was like, oh, you have to talk to my dad. I was like, oh. So I said to his father, he says he could have between 6 and 10 minutes. Like the light would just give him a heads up in case he gets lost in thought, which clearly he didn't.
Oh my gosh!
I shit talked a kid.
Oh,
that's
Laura,
fucking great.
Laura, that's
so
funny.
I saw this comedian last night, Chase. Do you know Chase from Manhattan? He actually was on the Joe Coy. He came out with Olga, and I was sitting and talking to him. I was telling a story. He goes, so either that kid's gonna fester over you, and then when he's 21, he's gonna find you and murder you, and he can buy a gun. I go, listen, he ain't gonna wait till 21. If he wants
18.
to fester, he's coming out for me. And when he has like a picture with like ribbon, like the string in your house, or you did him a favor, and he's like, I'll just get better.
Red Blood. I just watched Blackbird on Apple TV. It was about a serial killer, and I think that's what's going to happen.
The kid's going to come after me.
Yeah, you're going to be the Ouija board face.
Listen, I tried to talk to Dad. Then I tried to temper it down. I was like, oh, do you know my friend Ralph? And he was like, we love Nags, we love the Rangers. I was like, go Rangers! Like, I tried to be like, I'm like a regular. And I was
Tried to be his buddy.
I know, and I was like, listen, I give you a lot of credit. My 18-year-old son won't even come out of his bedroom to talk to his grandmother. I'm like, let's give it up for Grayson. Fucking
Wow.
now I can't even lie because Brian was a witness. Brian was at the show.
Brian, what do you think? You think she's going to go to hell in a handbasket?
He's claiming the parents were fine with it. They knew what he was getting himself into.
Yes. The parents were actually shockingly cool, almost too cool with it.
And now you pissed off Andy Plajanos because he hates the Rangers.
Oh. No, the kid who sucks, he likes the Rangers. So let's just put the kid who sucks. I'm going to hell. Who says that?
It's like you better get it.
Listen, I wish Rob White was on this thing because Rob White
Rob
went
is
after
funny.
the kid too.
Yeah.
Rob was great.
Yeah, he's funny.
This is really badass, Michael Jackson.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
This is vegan leather, as we would say. Plus, so you don't have it for your size. Yes. But I have it in multiple colors. I just ordered it on Amazon in black.
Oh, wow.
I thought white was kind of edgy. And then I have my Soul Train shirt.
Okay.
Red's my jam.
Trying to curry some favor.
This shirt is actually, Red's my jam, so I try and red it. And I thought Soul Train, I'd look like cooler, edgy. So I got it, but it's really tight. One of those internet ones. So I have like sweater meat and it hurts. So I took the jacket.
Sweater meat. Oh, my God.
But it's not tight in a good way. Like, oh, look at that.
It looks
like
fine. It looks great.
Soul Train.
Yeah, it looks great.
Did you watch Soul Train?
Absolutely.
I know.
Absolutely. I was also on Wonderama.
Shut up.
With Bob McAllister?
Yep.
I just wanted to say my name. Did you get the lender's bag around your neck?
Nope. And no, if we played I Spy, and my mom was blonde with green eyes, and no one matched us up because remember, it was matching the kid to the parent. Do you remember that?
Oh,
thing?
right. The camera would go in the audience.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who was it? Oh, Bob McAllister.
Yep.
That filmed where? That film?
New York. It was like WNEW was the studio.
Yeah, right.
Really?
Yes.
Did you watch Tin Pan Alley?
Oh, with Mario Cantone.
Fucking greatest.
Funny.
Wow, I forgot about that one.
Funny.
Ever.
Very funny.
You know, we found it, obviously, we were in our teens when we watched it, and it was supposed to be for kids, but it was the fucking...
Yeah.
He was doing Betty Davis impression.
Wasn't Jane Krakowski on that too? Or was she on something else when we were kids?
She was on Pee-wee's thing. Was Jane on Pee-wee's thing with, like, Samuel L. Jackson and Pee-wee's Big Adventure? Was that where Jane was?
I don't know.
I think it was
recall that.
30 Rock.
No, she was on...
Jane Krakowski. Now she's doing some sort of name that tune.
Yes, and you know who's on it? Who's freaked out? Randy Jackson. He had all this work done. He looks like an animatronic man. It's
Really?
It's so
he
uncomfortable
lost
to watch.
so much weight. He looks like he's from Biafra.
Well, they have, but he also did so much work to his face.
Yeah, he looks like a wax, like Madame Tussauds wax thing.
Well, did you hear in LA they're all getting Ozempic face? They're calling it.
Yeah,
Where people
what's that?
losing all this weight and they're getting so thin that they look sick. That I can't wait to lose weight someday. People are like, "Are you sick?" Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
Andy Plajanos is saying, Lawrence Fishburne, you racist.
Oh, I had the wrong black guy. He's right.
So it's
He is.
not-
Oh,
it's
I
not-
said Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh,
I'm not the first one to confuse them. I think there's like a famous
There is a famous clip where the
clip where
interviewer...
someone interviewed him and
Jackson
had
gets
confused
pissed. Yeah.
Yeah. So they come on, Andy.
Similar
Whatever.
voices.
Dad from Bob's Burger.
Similar voices.
Yes.
Now, you're doing a show here on the island next week?
Yes. It's a
2
benefit for
weeks.
Cast. Yeah, it's April 1st. It's a benefit
That's
for
next
Cast.
No, next week is the 25th. Take out
Yeah.
a calendar, Grandpa.
All right, well...
I always say Grandpa.
yeah,
He's
all
younger
right.
than me.
Am I?
You are.
I don't have my phone.
Yes, Marla's the oldest in the room.
Yeah.
She's the senior.
Seriously?
No, I'm just. She's not. I am. No, Teddy is the dog. Angela's 80.
I'm
That's why she
okay.
can't go on
I
camera.
will. Yes, I'm the oldest. I am 65. So it's
Her
for the
vagina
Center
is
of
58.
Center for Advocacy and the Center for Advocacy and anyway, I could you hand me my bag, please? It's right there. It's I'm really excited. DC Benny, Dean Edwards. You know.
Yeah,
I'm
so
teaching-
DC is...
And I heard Grace in the 10-year-old comics is going to be on
Yes,
the
he's
show.
going to be hosting. He's hosting it.
He's from
Arts and Culture,
Yep.
Beer and Wine, Bogey's Comedy Night at Cast. I don't know what that means.
It's out in Southold.
Yeah, it's out in Southold. If you
Okay.
click on that, doesn't it say the Center for something? And then there's tickets. You can scan it. All the way at the bottom. Tickets are through here. Oh gosh. Wait, where is it? Cast, Night of Comedy. I didn't.
It's not there.
Oh my God. What? Oh wait. What about there? What does that
Is
say?
it in the link?
Info is it's just an email. Tickets may be available.
It's
Cast
like the Southold
Comedy.
something.
It's a benefit. It's a
okay.
benefit, and all the money goes to CAST, which is the Center for Advocacy and Change, and
Change of what? Changing your diet?
change of heart. No, you know what? It helps people in need. It gets them set up. Oh, there's my phone. I'm like,
So
oh
is
great.
now it says produced by DC, but is he performing?
I don't know if he's gonna. Oh, wait, Tuttle, that other guy is hosting.
Are we talking about the same thing?
Yeah.
There's nobody named Tuttle.
Travis. Isn't there a guy named Travis?
No, there's a guy named Turner and a guy named
Turner.
Dean.
Wow, you really know who's on your show.
Turner.
At least I knew the 10-year-old's name. I'm sending Grace into that show. I'm going to be like, asked to get a guest spot.
Oh,
And he had a
gosh.
tick. He had something with his hands.
Oh my God!
I
You
think
He
I-
kept pacing.
I think I know this kid.
Yeah, he just did Red Zone. He's done a couple things.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
He's been making the
Center,
rounds.
Here we
Yeah, he
go.
did a couple.
Cast Center for Arts and Culture.
You were close.
Yeah.
Center for Arts. And where's the C? It's C-A-S-T?
Center.
God.
Yeah, CAST. Cast. Center.
Center.
For,
Arts.
Advocacy. Fuck.
You're really good at this, Marla.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe it. I'm gonna Google it. Can I tell you? So I have my close.
No.
I have close
I like when
friends.
people say, can I tell you? No.
Okay.
It's like when they go, "Can I ask you a question?" Well, you just
No.
did.
Or how are you? Who gives a shit, right?
Oh no, I care. I care how you guys are.
Or
What
they
about-
used to say, how are you? Fine. And they go, hair is fine.
What about and then when people don't ask back, you're just kind of like,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or when people, like when you finish your show and all the comics are standing there and people push you out of the way and go, oh my God, you did a great job to the other person, and you're
Right.
standing there.
Oh, that's
Oh,
the
I'm used to that
worst.
now.
Yeah.
Here, Center for Advocacy, Support, and Transformation.
Oh.
And there we go.
There
yes.
you go.
Yes.
You better
And
make a big donation.
Yep, it's Neighbors Helping Neighbors, which is really cool, and it's been around since 1965. So it helps struggling community members meet their needs. So
Oh,
I love
nice.
doing benefits like that.
That's cool.
You know,
I'm doing a benefit Friday.
let's hear it.
It's for suicide prevention.
Nice.
It's a casino night.
Oh,
Yeah, a young girl in our town took her life. She was a dancer. She was young, 16.
ooh.
And her
Was
mom.
she bullied?
No, I don't know what it was. I don't know what she would like leave high school and she would go dance in the city and she took her life in a very, very tragic way.
This just in: 10-year-old kills himself after performing stand-up.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Local comedian not invited to the suicide prevention show.
Spots available. Spots available. No, so it's a casino night in Oceanside, the Oceanside Nights of Columbus. So this is
Oh, that's a nice room. I've played there.
It's really nice. So what they did is they actually, the mama asked me to do it, and I was supposed to be away with John Botero this weekend. And I kind of talked
Yeah,
to
you
some
were.
other comics, and they're like, no, not that great. Some other comics were like, you better watch like benefits. Like they're like, now we're gonna watch a montage of like my dying child or whatever. And then they're like, bring it to the stage. Like it's hard. It's
I've
definitely
done
a hard
plenty
thing.
of those.
So
Wow.
I didn't want to say no, but I had something else. And then the other thing canceled, so I called her and I said, look, I'll donate my time. You know, I know of the
Nice.
kid or whatever. And she said, oh, I got Gordon. Kuchar, you know Gordon? He's
Oh,
a young comic.
I know who he is. I don't know
Gordon
him personally.
So Gordon's a nice kid. He lives in our town. So she's like, oh, I got the other. Like there's two comics in Rockville Center. Like I got the other one. You're like Amy Schumer, Howard Stern. Like no, Gordon.
Dave
So-
Attell.
Dave Attell.
Right.
So Gordon's going to do the while people are eating dinner and sitting. And then she said, will you do the end of the night when they're counting up money for the casino? And that's everyone will be drunk and I could shit talk about people's gambling. That's more in my wheelhouse.
And the suicides from losing, you know, at this rigged, 21 or roulette kind of thing.
Yeah, this Magnus under the table. I'd be like, let's hear it for the dick who split fours.
I can't count, so I don't gamble.
You could split fours against a two, though. So I would have to see what the dealer had.
So
Ange and I are gamblers. Are you a gambler?
I can't count.
What?
I can't count.
Ange and I have a problem. We're strong gamblers.
At the blackjack table, I'm like 8. No, I count
That's the
spades
21.
on the cards. I count the spades and the hearts.
That's 21. You got to get to 21. Hit me,
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
me, split.
I said to Laura, Laura, how much do I have?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, what do I have? What do I have?
See,
And
I
it
could
feels-
do that. I could do that.
And we're shit talkers when we gamble. Like we like the chatter. That's why the ones that are machines, but we love to chatter.
Oh, I would love that.
That
We
would be
just,
fun.
And roulette. Oh, we love. And my friend Ange. who's
Is that the
fucking
ball that
crazy.
goes around
Yeah,
the
the ball
thing?
that goes around. Just
That's
the-
rigged, though, right?
No, nothing's rigged. It's brought to you by the Gaming Association. Nothing's rigged. But now Ange and I have a big problem now.
I have a big problem. I bet
Yeah.
3 basketball games last night. I didn't even
Oh
know
my
the teams.
goodness.
I didn't know the
Did you
teams.
win?
I lost every one.
No, we bet on DraftKings. We have
DraftKings.
DraftKings
I'm
account.
like,
My goodness.
Yeah, it's
She's
You
a
guys
dude.
are hardcore.
yeah, we are
You are
dude. Yeah,
dudes, yeah.
we love it. We love
Wow.
it. That's skinny daughters.
Really?
We didn't have brothers.
Hey,
so
you know
our
what?
dads sort of raised.
There's
like,
an
I think when you don't have a
OTB.
brother.
Yeah, there is
I
right
grew
down the
up
road.
with OTB.
Yeah.
You used to go to the
Methadone
OTB?
Sam, here comes running around, shits in his pants.
comes little
Hor-
Sparky.
Yep. Horrible.
Supposedly, I heard are you a baseball fan?
No, slow.
Because I heard Citi Field, where the Mets play this year, is going to have a whole section for like a gambling.
Degenerates?
Yeah.
Well, we played prop bets like in the game. Like it got bad. Super Bowl, I bet what jersey number, what would the jersey, what was the over under of a 12? Yeah.
What?
Oh, love
jersey
it.
number 12 and under was going to score the first touchdown.
Yeah, this section brought to you by DraftKings. It's
My
addictive.
goodness.
It's so great. And then you're teasing and parlaying and
Teasing and
Parlay.
parlaying.
and this is me
yeah.
at the Big East, right? If they would have caught me on the Jumbotron, I'm like, look at that dick. Because it was like Creighton and Villanova, and it was a great thing. And this is me on my phone. I'm like, oh, next basket's going to be on.
And how much money are we talking?
Not a crazy amount.
Just
I
a
probably-
few hundred.
No, I probably started with $250, and then they would do a match, like put like another $250. So you play
Wow.
with their money. And then the weekend before the Super Bowl, I was up like 900.
Wow.
So then I cashed out. I mean, to real gamblers,
So
I'm like, I don't get out of
You
bed.
cashed out and you got 900?
I kept my 4 in there, and then I started rolling it. We were doing well, and we were and I'll do a bet this, and then she'll bet, like, they're on, like, the 1 yard line. She's like, I'm going to bet because the long shot's a punt. I'm like, he's not going to punt.
That's what I did last night. Bailey Dickinson to beat whoever's going to win the game. No.
Oh, they lost
It
already?
was like plus 850 or whatever.
Yeah.
It was, so I bet them to win. There was no shot.
But they had just beat Purdue.
Okay.
Purdue.
We are so similar. It's like we both have these stupid little clips. I
Yes,
just
the little
noticed.
clips.
Constant. I'm like, she says something. I'm like, I'm just thinking
We
that.
compare notes.
It's
It is.
crazy.
Yeah,
Our
I've
Aunt
noticed that
Barb
with you
is
too.
my
Yeah.
Aunt Barb. I took her aunt.
Do you know?
Oh, you
heard
stole?
the story. I'm at a funeral, and she and Mary Capone are doing a benefit at my
For the
aunt's
Hadassah temple?
Hadassah. There you go.
Hadassah.
And all of a sudden on my watch flashes up a picture of Laura, Mary Capone, and my Aunt Barbara. I was like, what? And can you tell the story? It's really sweet.
Oh, it's very cute. So we walk. So my friend Fortune, they have this dinner that what's it called? Like the sisterhood, like the women of the temple have this like dinner and fundraising. They do all this charity thing, and they have this like annual dinner, and they have baskets and stuff. So every year they get like some sort of comic or entertainment. So my friend Fortune said, could you do it? And my friend Jody was supposed to, blah, blah, blah. So I got Mary Capone, and we had to have a meeting before, and they were like, don't talk about divorce. Like, it's like, how about vaginas? No. So we go into the thing, and they're very nice, and they're like, oh, the talents here, the comic. And Mary and I carry, I know, Mary had MS. I probably should have carried the mic, the heavier stuff. But anyway, I am really an asshole. I make it cripple my roadie, and I shit talk the kid. No, so we walk in, and they're like, "Oh, the talent's here!" And the lady comes up to me. She goes, "I'm Mike Birbiglia's mother-in-law," which was big. I just see. I was like, "Oh!" Some lady pushes her out of the way. She goes, "I'm Marla Schultz's aunt."
That's funny.
I go, "What?" I love Marla. I was literally just with your niece yesterday, and she's like, "Take a picture."
But then why didn't your aunt hook you up for this gig?
Because
they think I'm dirty. My
Yeah.
aunt thinks
Oh,
I'm
wow.
dirty. Was I dirty?
No,
Hardly.
I'm in this business like a minute. And Marla is like a season. Marla is so great at it. And my friends are still talking about. We did
Thank
a show
you.
on Long Island that they would just like, we had brought a headliner in, and they were like, forget that guy. Marla just crushed. Marla was so good.
Yeah.
I think
Thank
the
you.
favorite joke is she says, I'm a Jew. You tell it. I don't want to wreck it.
Thank you, because my husband does that all the time, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. So then he blows the
you
punchline,
tell
and he
it.
goes, you tell it so much better.
That was her favorite joke.
So I grew up Jewish, and I go, you know what the biggest compliment to give a Jew is? It's like, oh my God, I thought you were Italian. But then you ask an Italian, you're not Jewish? They're like, no! No.
That they still talking about that one, and then the other one with the thud. You tell the thud joke. That's a great joke too.
Where my husband and I were away on vacation. He gets up to go to the bathroom, 1, 2, 3, 10 times. And in the middle of the night, I hear this thud, and I panicked, and I went, oh my God, I'm rich. That's my favorite joke.
It's a great one.
That's
It's
my
a
favorite
great one.
joke.
My friends are like, that joke with the thud.
That is great.
So Aunt Barb, we're at the thing, and Aunt Barb is like, so do you do comedy? You must be so funny. And she's like, and I was like, so what do you do? I'm like, well, I work in an accounting firm during the day, and I have kids, and blah, 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 So now, and Marla, I cannot believe she said, my friend, Aunt Barb goes, she goes, your friend does comedy and work. And Marla's like, what did I do for the past 20 years? She's like, she's very funny. And she was like, I'm funny too, Aunt Barb.
Right.
No, she raves. She calls me up, that Laura. She goes, Marla. That's how she says my name, Marla. I met your friend Laura, and I can't believe she works at an accounting firm, and she does stand-up, and she's married, and she's got kids, and she's got 2 dogs. Oh my God, I love her. And I said, oh, she's my new best friend. I'm crazy about her. She goes, I want her to be my best friend. Cut to, what are we doing tonight?
Dinner with Aunt Barb at San Remo's in Rockville Center.
And Lena. Oh, yeah.
And Lena and Nancy are coming too.
Because Lena reminds me of my mother. My mother had this amazing
Lena's my mother.
Oh,
My
I'm
mother.
sorry.
One
I
that
did.
Yeah,
take a
sorry
dick.
about that. Yeah, my mother did too. And Barbara is my mother's younger sister. And Lena has that giant heart. Everybody loves her.
Yeah, my mom's great.
Yeah, it's amazing that the apple didn't fall, that
My
clearly
sister's great
didn't
too,
fall
though.
far from the
Thank
tree.
you.
It just ran down it just took off down the hill. But no, she's amazing.
Unlike my mom
absolutely.
would not shit talk a 10-year-old.
Never.
That's the dad in me, I think. My sister wouldn't either. My sister's
No, your
good like
sister's
that.
sweet. So
Although my sister said during a set, she's like, that kid was annoying. And my brother-in-law couldn't watch it. He walked out of the room. It made him uncomfortable watching a 10-year-old do comedy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a place for it,
Yeah.
but that doesn't sound like that was it.
No.
it was but anyway, this
So we're
one
going out with
has
Aunt Barb.
yeah, so we're all going out and she's so excited because I think Barb and Lena would really
Yeah, they're gonna be
hit it
friends.
off.
Oh,
Like
very
us.
nice.
Like us.
Yes.
So we're gonna launch our podcast.
Yes.
What's the name?
The Jew Jeans.
The Jew Jeans.
Are you an Italian? That would be like the greatest compliment, right, to an Italian, growing up, what are these Italians? When like the Jewish kid, he'd have a big high, but it would still be a gold chain, and he'd show up in like an eye rock with louvers and like white, the white skid, the Keds.
Yeah.
Which Andrew's father had like 20 of them, and he would clean them every night with Windex. So our dad, your dad would be a TV character, rest in peace, whatever. But geez, I gotta clean my shoes with Windex. But the Italian kids and the Jewish kids were all like men together. So that was the greatest thing. So you were a cousine. Was Italian for
yes.
cousin. But if someone was Jewish and tried to be cool, like, oh, look at this Jew gene.
Because I thought, and we're gonna spell it JOO, so we don't
You don't piss anybody
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Anti-Defamation League doesn't come, or the Center for.
You know who's coming for
Advocacy-
me? Grayson's parents.
Yeah, absolutely. So are we going over time?
Yes,
Oh,
actually
you
we
were
are.
done. Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
sorry.
But you saved the best for last. So you're gonna do this.
Yeah.
All right.
We just have to get our shit together.
We just have to get our shit together. And I you know what? It's after the editing, you have to stay current and chopping the stuff. So we're really trying to get a staff. Or
So you don't want to do a live thing like this?
No, we do. We
Oh,
do.
okay.
I mean, and the goal is to
Oh,
get
editing, like, to put on
and then
you-
put clips and try
iTunes,
and get
yes.
some likes for it. So we're
That's
actually
the hard
talking
part.
to a female producer.
Oh, nice.
Tomorrow she produces some podcasts, and she used to be a comedian. So,
Oh, okay.
And then we'll figure out like studios either here or the city or whatever's easy. Because I'm in the city, Marla's in the city. But I know that you guys have offered this place, which is
Of course,
awesomely
of course.
nice,
Even
too.
if you want to, leapfrog, whatever you need, I'm here. We'll
And we
take care of you.
appreciate that.
Of
course.
That's
We can go to the flea market. Remember like that? We go
Roosevelt.
to Fleetport.
Was it Freeport? I thought it was Roosevelt
They
Field.
called it Fleetport. Was the one in. You probably didn't go to Rosedale. You wouldn't go to Rosedale.
I didn't go to Rosedale. I went to Roosevelt Field. The
Right,
flea
no, but that
market.
was the Roosevelt Raceway one.
That's where I went.
Yeah,
Roosevelt
Raceway.
Which was right next to Roosevelt
That was
Field.
next to the Trotters, right?
See, I'm a
Trotters
North
are
Shore
fixed.
kid. I grew
Yeah.
up in
Who
Huntington.
wants
Right.
to know if stuff's fixed? Trotters are fixed. Trotters and like Highlight are fixed.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Trotters?
Fixed? Trotters?
You're not a horse girl?
No.
Trotters, the guy that sits back on with the little.
Yeah, I know what a trotter is. I've trotted on a horse. I hated it.
No, a trotter. No, a trotter is a type of parimutuel horse racing.
Parimutuel? What is she?
We're
it
talking
sounds like-
funds.
Betting for horses. There's dog tracks. There's dogs. You can bet on
Yes.
dogs.
The
Then there's
greyhounds.
horses. Thoroughbred, where they sit on the back. The jockey sits on the back. That's thoroughbred horse racing.
Okay.
Then there's trotters, where they have a little cart in the back, a two-wheel, like a horse and buggy.
Yes.
And they go around. You never saw trotters?
And then there's the Paralympics where that guy with no legs ran.
And then he
Blade
killed
Runner.
his girlfriend.
I was
Motherfucker.
obsessed with that. I was obsessed.
You have no
Reva,
legs. She's gonna fuck you, and you still kill her.
She's a. Oh my
He
God.
had balls, man.
But he was cute and
Well, that's
he
all he
was
had.
like nuts.
But he had no legs.
I'm related.
Oh,
Can I
Now-
tell a joke?
yes.
My mother, because I wouldn't bring guys home because my father was, really tough. And my mother calls up one day and she goes, I was reading an article about a girl who wants to be a model and she has no legs and she has a boyfriend.
Well, I am working on it because I have a little like chat group with some of like the comics on Long Island. So
Yeah.
Emily and Carla and Allison and Jen, they are very fun. Like you could just go back and look at this like text string or whatever. So we're talking about like, you know, we always weighed and women, and I'm like, I said, I think I'm like too fat to have sex in an airplane bathroom, but I'm too thin to get a wheelchair at the airport. So I'm like torn between like catching a ride to my gate.
I think you look great.
Oh, thank you, Marla. I think you look great, Marla.
Well, I'm whatever. But speaking of wheelchairs, when I was in Raleigh, I took my mom to the hospital, and she's like a little bitty thing, and I put her in a wheelchair, and it was like a love seat.
No, those are big. When I landed in Minnesota, I said, I'm like a Minnesota 11 because the wheelchairs are for large people.
Like crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a love seat. And I said to the guy, I go, is this a normal size wheelchair? And he's like, have you seen our clientele?
You don't watch 600-Pound Life with Dr. No?
I have, but their faces look like Chucky dolls. Like you get so face. It's like they get the front bum or the fupa on their foreheads.
I just started watching. So now they put the clips on TikTok. So I go, I have a Judge Judy problem, then Shark Tank, and my husband comes up. He's like, "What are you doing?" I don't even turn the TV anymore. I'm watching like clips on TikTok. But I watched the 600-Pound Life one, and this lady, he says, "All right." They always tell him, "Look, if you could lose 80 pounds before the surgery. Listen, if they could lose 80 pounds, they'd be doing it. But Dr. Nishwa, whatever, is like, you got to do it. So the lady came in. She's like, I'm doing everything you can. He's like, you're up 60 pounds from a month ago. She's like, it's water from the car ride. Water weight. Like her ankles swell.
Oh my God. It was like time to get rid of the chicken fryer on the side of the bed that doubles as a nightstand.
Yeah, they're fry daddy.
Oh my God. But all those men are such enablers, you know?
Yeah, so they have penises, those people, back to things. So I'm trying
on their foreheads.
So I'm whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm discussing how to get panisectomies covered by insurance. So there's a grade. One is if it hangs over your pubic bone, right? So that was what I was asking, what pubic bone. And then there's a grade from 1 to 5. 1 being barely over the pubic bone, and 5 is it hits your knees.
What, hit your knees?
Yeah, that's grade 5 of your panis, of your apron belly. If your apron belly is on your knee. That's the grade.
What about the thighs that they rub together and it's like the crotch muffin dozen?
We called them gushies growing up. Your gushies were your inner thigh. Your gushy was your inner thigh.
That's I watched that and the Dr. Popper videos, which are
I can't do those.
Like when I want to binge, I'll, she's like, this looks like oatmeal and this looks like buttercream. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to have
But I
that
hate the
cupcake.
ones that they put music to it because you could fast forward to get to the end when they're too, the ones that are too slow and they never do anything. And people are always like, that's 2 minutes of my life I'll never get back. And I'm like, preach, sister. But anyway, we're going over. Here.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Wow,
So
goodbye.
you keep us updated.
I'm in Governors.
Oh, when?
Next Friday.
When?
In the Giggle Room.
Next Friday?
Yeah. Carla and Tim. I forgot who they were. It's called
Why You Like This. That's the name of their podcast.
Yes. Why You Like This is having a show next Friday night.
So that's next Friday.
I gotta get
So
in.
that's
I'll be
next
there
Friday
Friday.
here at the Giggle Room.
Yes,
Next
and then
Saturday.
Marla will be
Then
in
the next
South
night
Marla
go
on
see
Saturday.
Marla. Right. Okay.
And then
Perfect.
Chris Roach and Chris Monty are having a thing because his show Jiggle the Chain is going to be April 1st too. So if you can't make it to South Hole to see Marla,
I'm not on
support
that
Chris
show.
Roach.
I'm trying to get on a show here in New York. Shall I meet you? Here's my Aunt Barbara. Shall I meet you tonight at San Remo time?
Did Marla use a period in her sentence?
I think so. An angry period. Go back to her job. I got to get into this Long Island scene. I love performing out here.
It's
And
fun.
we love having you.
We love having you, Marla.
But nobody asked me to do a show. What's her face? Asked me.
Who?
She goes, Donna.
Oh, Donna Moran. What were they doing? The one at Ben's Kosher Deli?
What are you licking? I don't know. I
Your
don't know.
peanut butter in your pants is what your dog's licking.
Speaking of peanut butter, that's been my jam.
Oh!
On that note,
Goodbye.
All right, we'll see you guys later. What's today? Monday.
Yes.
Steve's Great at 6:30. Flip Tracks at 8. That's on our YouTube channel. Then we're back here tomorrow for Tuesday Trivia. Hugh Murray IV and Joe Carletta will be here tomorrow.
look at that.
That's going to be a fun show.
Oh, Tony Walker.
All right,
always
thank you
a
guys so
blast.
much.
Thank you.
Wow.
April 1st, March 30th, then 31st.
Yes.
There you go. Go see them. They're fantastic as always. Thank you guys.
thank
Always
you,
a blast when
Tony.
you're here.
Oh,
All right, we'll see you guys later.
Goodbye.
Rob Bartlett, ladies and gentlemen.
Rob Bartlett. Rich Voss is here. Rich Voss.
Mark DeMeo right here. How about it, Mark DeMeo?
Jim Grumpier.
Carrie Carabas.
Chris Roach, everybody.
Chris Roach. Lisa Lampanelli. How about it?
Lisa.
Hey! Richie Benavides.
Don Jameson.
Oh, yeah. The only Vanessa Hollingshead. How about it? Woo!
Rick Overton.
Yes, Rick Overton. Hey. Mr. Joey Cola. How about that?
Joey Cola is. Oh boy. He already forgot. He already forgot us on. That's how old he is. He was. Hey, Joey.
Joey.
What? I hear them, but I don't see them.
Joey.
We're inside the china cabinet.
Well, look to your left, to your right, or wherever. I don't know. It's back.
Hey, we're on your computer.
Hey.
Oh, there you are.